What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Bottom of the Bill. We got Danielle Mohr on from Honey What? Fresh off the Halloween gig.
Yeah, sounds like she had a really good show, didn't she?
Oh, yeah. I love the whole concept. I'm not going to give away
Yeah,
too much
don't
detail
give it
now.
away.
I almost gave it away.
You almost gave it away.
Oh, man. Not giving it away just yet. But I will say it was a great episode. We talked a lot about the Halloween performance, their new performances on Sugar Shack Sessions, which is available on YouTube and all that good stuff. She's got some solo stuff coming out for Danielle Mohr, and I know they're working on some studio stuff with Honey What. And yeah, overall, I thought it was a really fun episode. We got into like the ins and outs of songwriting.
Yeah.
And Billy talks about
just my day-to-day cleaning
habits
and
his superstition.
Hey, relax.
Revolves around that. We won't get too much more into that.
It's not superstition if it always works.
That's some. There's a case to be made there, I'll say.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys,
That's just stition.
we're stoked about this episode, so we hope you enjoy.
All right, new episode of Bottom of the Bill starts now.
This is Bottom of the Bill, where we talk about the modern grind of a musician.
Album cycles.
Hold on, Bill, give me a second, man. Because we don't know what we're talking about.
Spotify playlists.
You keep interrupting me. That's not how we discussed it. Just give me a second, man. We invite established artists
Festival lineups.
Can I just get my stuff out real quick? We invite established artists on to share their strategy to success.
Marketing strategies.
The premier do-it-yourself podcast.
Hashtag DIY.
Ah, screw it. This is Bottom of the Bill.
Danielle Mohr from Honey What? Fresh off a Halloween appearance. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Feeling good. I got my my whiskey right here. A quick little fun tidbit about this glass. What happened with this glass, Bill? We got to talk about it.
I was washing all my dishes today, and I dropped that glass.
It says building an empire, by the way, which is like my thing.
That's your slogan.
I dropped that glass on a stack of plates, and I heard a breaking sound. I thought for sure that I broke his favorite glass, but it didn't break. It broke all of my plates.
If that's not a good omen,
Pieces
I
for
don't
the
know.
empire to get built.
Oh, I like that. Yes, exactly.
building
See,
blocks.
Danielle's on board with it. You just need to surrender.
Or
to
maybe
the idea,
maybe
Bill.
it means that you're breaking things with your empire. You know what I
Maybe it
mean?
means
Like
that, yeah.
like it's falling apart.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case though.
It's a wrecking ball, regardless.
Anyways, Billy coming in hot, like fucking 93 voted for Donald Trump over here.
Huh? 93?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Get it like flannel and like, but it's also like, doesn't matter.
Oh, because of the
anyways.
90s?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, how was Halloween, Danielle?
It was long and short and sweet and spooky and chill and crazy. All the spectrum traveling.
What time did you guys play? What day did you guys play?
So we played Friday at 2:30. It was the first set on the campground stage. For that day would be considered the smaller stage because I think the amphitheater was the other 2:30 set.
Okay.
So, oh wait, no, it was Spirit Lake. So Eugene Snowden was on Spirit Lake.
Oh,
so we
nice.
were in the same area. We were in Spirit Lake stage, Eugene Snowden, Honey What, campground stage.
Awesome.
I like playing super early, playing first or whatever, because that means the rest of the weekend you're over.
Yeah, we actually, when Paul hit me up about playing, he's like, "Do you have a preference on a day?" I'm like, "How does Friday sound?" Because nobody's gonna be like super burnt out yet. I'm not gonna get the whole like, "Oh, I didn't get here till Friday," or like some people, if I would have played Thursday, and then they'd be like, "Oh, we didn't get here till Friday. Sorry, you missed your set." I still have people who miss my set, but
Of course, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
because it was
festival.
too early.
Yeah, 2:30.
I will say
Too early
that
for some
if-
people.
I mean, that's too early for me at a festival for
Oh,
sure.
it's too early for
Oh.
What's
Tony.
going on?
I'm the exact. Oh man, I was up early. The earliest set was Ro Joma, noon, 12:30 on Sunday.
What stage were they at?
The campground.
Nice.
I've got to have had the earliest stage. I played Bear Creek at 11:30 in the morning on
year?
a Saturday, 2012, or I think, yeah, 2013. That one right there, actually.
Yeah, I went in 2014.
Yeah, well, you were very late to my show, I guess.
Yeah, dang it.
So you guys had a lot of people out there though. You're telling us about the bee, the community of bees that you've built up.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk
So
about that.
this is Honeywell hasn't played a lot of festivals. We did Tranquility in 2020. We've done 2 OBJs. And then a couple like smaller local ones. So as far as like I don't want to say memorable because then that'd be kind of slamming the other festivals that I didn't mention that we played. But what was the question again?
Your set and having like your community of bee people.
The bee.
Yeah.
Bee
swarm,
people.
The hive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Halloween's Halloween festival. And I was like, all right, guys, we're going to dress up. So I had the idea for the bee theme. And I was like, what if we extend the bee theme to the audience? And then also use that as a marketing thing. And I'm in a couple of, on Facebook, Halloween groups. And I posted in them the whole idea of like, hey guys, we're Honeywell. It's our first year playing. We're so excited. And we're playing 2:30 on the campground stage, you know, all the details. And then if you need an idea for a costume, we got you. Like, bee attire, however you want to do it, black and yellow. You could dress up as a bee, nature, like interpret to your own way. And it was awesome.
Yeah, I love that concept though. It's a very brilliant way to get people on board with what you guys are doing.
Yeah, because participation gets people excited. Like instruction, some people love instructions to follow.
Yeah, well, yeah, most people need the instructions to follow now because it's like there's so much out there. Like the way that you can stand out is by letting people in on like what your community and your culture is about, and then when they do it, and especially if you reward them for it, they feel like they're really a part of the thing now, which makes them buy into the music, gets them excited about what you're doing, and then like they go and tell all their friends about it. So hopefully you guys notice a big bump after that appearance.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great feedback. Scott Hopkins with Music Fest News.
Scott
Did you see the
Hopkins.
status he posted?
I
Oh.
did not see that. No.
I could talk about this for hours.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
go
about it.
ahead.
Halloween. It's only my second Halloween I've been to,
That's pretty cool.
and we played it. So I'm just like, there's a long road ahead of me. Oh Lord,
No, it's good that you got to play Halloween. That's in front of a
yeah.
lot of people.
I'm stoked about it. So Scott Hopkins yesterday with Music Fest News, he finally caught a Honey Wet set, and it happened to be the Halloween one, which is fantastic because it was so good. And yesterday posted the status about I caught 76 sets
I saw that one
this
yeah.
year, and like here are my top. And for Friday there were like 5 names, and ours was on the top. Well,
Hell yeah.
it was probably by time, the time slots, or maybe his favorite. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I do. He did say chronological order. Not to take it away from you. You still made the top 5.
Dang it!
You still made the top 5 though. I mean,
I made the top 5.
yeah, I mean, that was a good move for him to not post, which like an order of his favorite band. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's smart about his words at this point.
100%.
Being on that blog.
But that's dope that he loved your set. That I mean, I love watching you guys play. I can't even imagine what you did on a festival stage.
Yeah. So another aspect that was brought to that set that we haven't added to our sets before was my adorable drummer. We've had her for a little over a year. August of last year was our first show with her.
Really? Is that when we played with y'all at Dunedin?
Nah. You're asking me to remember when we played together.
I remember she was playing there, and I'm pretty sure it was in the summertime.
I'm running on 12 hours of sleep
Me too.
right now for the whole day.
Yeah.
For me, the 12 hours is from Thursday to today.
Almost a week.
Yeah, I feel like you need to sleep more. I'm not a doctor or anything.
So,
Yeah, what about your drummer?
my drummer, Andrea Tofelsky.
What is it?
Tofelsky.
What's the first? Andrea?
Andrea.
Andrea Tefelsky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me of like Mike Wazowski from
It's very similar to that. Yeah.
similar
Yeah,
roll off the tongue.
From the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
From the Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Or maybe Monsters Inc.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's okay.
any
They got
of
some
it,
weird
so-
names in Jungle Book too.
Probably. So she proposed to me.
Really?
What? Really?
So when's the happy day?
Every day.
Okay. Good answer.
So she proposed to me the week of embarking into Halloween land. She's like, I'm going to spout off some B facts during our set. I was like, okay, cool, that's different. We never done that before. That could be fun. Like, I'm just starting to get hyped about the whole bee situation because A, my costume came in and it was the bee's knees.
Okay. Boom.
And my campsite that I was camping with was like showing me all of their costumes coming in. I'm like, yo, even if no one else dresses up, I have like 30 people on my campsite. So it's going to look pretty solid. So she was all about the B facts. She didn't tell me any of the B facts that she was going to throw out there. And I was like, all right, cool, do the B facts, but don't just say the B fact and then let it awkwardly sit and then we just go into the song. Like, segue it somehow. And what ended up happening is I had to be the seguer because she would just say the B fact and then I'd have to figure out how to tie it in to the next song. But thankfully, I was at Thespian in high school.
All right, let's do one. How's that? A
Wait.
bee. Oh, you could be the seguer.
Okay.
All right. Did you know that a bee can fly almost as fast as you can run?
Yeah, the 12 hours of sleep, I can't.
Yeah, you really bailed on that one. That was
Right.
really disappointing.
I remember that. I remember that from
I can
Zoo
tell you
books.
one that she said.
Yeah. And how'd you? Okay,
But I'm
yeah.
still probably
Give us an
gonna fall
example.
flat. I was doing this earlier. I was talking to my mom, and I was on the way here because I drove to Jacksonville this morning, and I was trying to stay awake because this morning I was like a zombie, and then I drank some coffee, and then I was like the opposite of a zombie, and now I'm more mellowed out. So this morning, talking to my mom, I was trying to repeat the B facts and how I respond to them. And I'm like, I myself am like very unenthused with how I'm trying to relay these to you right now and not understanding how they were funny. So you're probably not getting it either. So we'll revisit this later. So let me see if I can
You can recreate
the
magic.
moment right
Okay,
now.
Let's hear it.
because I couldn't do it for my mom earlier. So
Latido.
what?
No,
Did you say okie doke?
I said Latido.
He's so distracting. Just ignore him. He's here for
Get
comic
it?
relief.
I thought you were a singer. I thought you might like that joke.
Well, the fact that Andrea doing the B facts during our set made me think of you
Why?
because you have little facts that you'll throw out during a side hustle set.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do that. That's right.
When we played together at the Denny Brewery, whatever date that was, because as you know, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was the last time, and
Shit. What did I say?
you said something about on this day in 19 something something this movie and blah blah blah, and I'm like, that guy is quirky.
Yeah,
What
Corky's
was that? The
understatement of the year.
Oh, I remember that show. That was the show where I was like, it's like, what he asked me, what song are we gonna play next? What song should we play next? I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you what song we're gonna play next. I'm gonna give you hints
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah,
about what song we're gonna play next.
that's right.
It's
yeah.
the same thing. So like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden like maybe an audience member yells out like trying to guess it before.
Oh, coming in hot.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
That was very nice and personal. Hello there. Nice to know you, microphone. So like try to guess it before Anton would guess it, and then all of a sudden your audience is thrilled to be there more than they already were because you guys are killer musicians.
Oh, thank you. I
yeah.
thought you were talking about your Halloween audience for a second. I realized
Oh.
you were giving us a compliment. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice
For
of
sure.
you. I think that it just didn't work out though for the audience because y'all would figure out what it was before the audience was, and then we would start the song.
Yeah.
I can't even think of anyone. Definitely probably like a Stevie Wonder though.
Yeah.
For what?
Like, for when we play Stevie Wonder,
Yeah.
at Dunedin, but I can't remember like what's upset about it. I'm like, man, you're never gonna be able to see this coming.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean that's mean,
Uh,
but I think that's what I said. And then we played Stevie Wonder.
yeah, that actually sounds about
And
right.
ironically, I start that song, so I don't even know why I said it.
What was I having a hard time figuring out what you were talking about? Is that what happened?
you have a hard time figuring out anything that I'm talking about.
I'm really
half the time.
slow.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's all right though.
I need time to like process things. That's
I
just the way
don't.
am.
I don't
No,
even
know.
think about
You
what
just
I'm
wake
saying.
up and you're like that.
I get excited about what the end of my sentence is gonna be the same way you do.
Yeah, I know. I can
was like,
tell.
"Woo."
Yeah, you're just quick with it, and you can tell that it's organic, and you don't plan it out.
Yeah.
That was a very nice compliment, but really, what she meant to say
I just
was
really came here to compliment you guys.
ADD with no filter. But whatever.
So back to me.
Yes.
So at my Halloween set with my band Honey What.
Yeah.
So
So the name of your band? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. It's the name of my band. The B fact that my campsite liked the most was Andrea was like, she'd always be like, "Hey guys, you wanna? Here's another fact about a bee," and I'd be like, "Yeah, come on, Andrea, give it to him. Lay some more sweet stuff on him."
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Did you plan that out too? That just came to you? in the
No.
moment? It just came to
I
you in
had
the
to
moment?
really pull on that that
thespian.
10-year ago thespian. Never got a lead role, but
Yes and
sorry,
yes and
that's in the past.
yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
The whole yes and the improv.
Yeah.
She's
But no,
got
I would
it.
say never got a lead role, even though I tried my best understudy. I was starting to get into.
Me neither. I was the same
Call
way.
her out. Call her out. Who was the bitch that didn't give you the lead role?
Whoa.
No.
I'm just joking. Sorry.
No, we're
aggressive.
not gonna throw them under the bus.
I thought you were to say their name real quick. That was perfect. Anyways, okay. So B facts.
The one that my campsite really liked was she was like, "Bees never sleep," and I was learning a lot too. She'd say stuff and be like, "Really? That's insane. Bees are freaking wild, dude." So she'd be like, "Bees never sleep. To regain energy, they just lay down and don't move, and by not moving, that's how they're able to like get up and fly again once they have enough energy." So I had to tie that in by kind of being like, "Oh yeah, bees, team no sleep. You guys know what that's about. We're at this festival. I know all y'all out there haven't slept. Thank you for being on brand with us," and just
Nice.
all this
I love that.
ridiculous, hoping that I would say the right thing and not make a fool of myself, because Andrea obviously had her facts
Planned out.
Googled and
That's
planned out.
what a wild like thing to just kind of wing, like in the
What?
moment.
I winged it.
Yeah, you winged it. Yeah. Like yeah, it's wild.
I like to go to the zoo and make up fake animal facts in front of
Yeah.
people. That's one of my favorite
And
things
you're
to
good
do.
at that because you're quick with it.
I guess.
I mean, with that you can just make shit up. You're like, oh, that tiger has 6 toes, and that's just what tigers are like, and then that's it.
That wasn't very good.
So give us an example, Bill.
Did you know that penguins actually hide their emotions by only eating fish?
Yeah.
Like what?
Right. Okay.
All right, whatever.
So, what was the experience like after you played? How did you guys feel? Like, were you like buzzing for a while? Boom, chew. That one was for you, Steve. 'Cause I know that you like that.
Yeah. So actually, we are our own worst critics, and I've only just this year started playing electric guitar with the band, and it makes me nervous as hell, because it was like a tough journey. Because even it sounds silly to say now, but just like learning how to strum an electric guitar compared to an acoustic, I'm like, this is never good. I don't even know how this is ever going to sound good with me doing it. I think I've kind of figured it out by now. Hopefully.
I think it sounds great, honestly.
Thank
Like,
you.
Yeah. When you played with our at the documentary show, that was really great. And what were you playing on? You had a
You guys were great too at that show.
that was the
Thank you.
And Dustin Monk
Yeah.
and the Hustle.
she has the same guitar you have, right? Wasn't it?
No, you
It
don't
was
play
red,
Strat,
wasn't
do
it? I
you?
know it was red.
Pardon? Oh, my guitar?
Yeah.
Oh, so my guitar is a custom So down where we live, there's a guy that makes guitars named Nicholas Craster, and he is in a band called Ari, or it was Ari and the Alibis, and now it's Ari Ella, and they don't gig as heavily as they used to, but super awesome. It's husband and wife duo, and sometimes they'll have a full band, just whatever the moment calls for. And he makes guitars, and it's called Craster Guitars, self-named. So that's my semi-hollow body, is a Craster.
Okay, that's awesome.
Oh, okay. I was
And-
way out.
It was the first one he ever made, and I bought it off of someone else.
That's dope.
I thought it was a Gibson SG.
Which
I like
don't-
to pretend it is.
Does it look like a Gibson SG?
What do you think, Billy? You've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
He he has no concept when it comes to guitars. They're all the
No.
same thing to him.
No, that's they're the only thing that's different about guitars is they do look different. I will say that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they all sound the same. And they all sound like a guitar.
Oh my god.
Can't
Anyways,
get behind that
yeah, he's
sentiment.
he's yeah.
What?
Anyways,
That's pretty good.
Brick wall right here, bro. That's just all
No,
there is.
I thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
Show me a guitar that doesn't sound like a guitar. You know what I mean? I'll show you a piano that doesn't sound like a piano.
That's actually true. I mean, but there are some guitars that use those pickups that are like MIDI pickups and stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they can do like cool things.
So I don't know anything about that yet.
Yeah, it's a fun.
How much are those
indul-
guitars? Are they expensive?
Depends on which ones you get. You know, like Roland makes one that like goes with one of their MIDI controllers. It's like, well, it acts as a MIDI controller. It goes with like this whole board thing. It's
You
like,
talking about a keytar?
nope, it's a guitar.
It's a
It's just
Roland?
MIDI controller, basically. Yeah. Anyways, so it's like a 339 shape, the one that you play, or like a 335 shape. I can't remember.
What is that?
Yeah, what is
okay,
that?
Gibson
Explain
ones.
it.
Anyways,
Literally, it's embarrassing how much I don't know about guitars,
It's
even though
okay.
I've been playing for 15 years.
Same.
it's a whole different side to learn about, though. Honestly, I didn't know about it until I started working at music stores, and I had to. Otherwise, it would have been like,
You were just always surrounded by them. So even if you didn't make the effort to learn about them, you were just seeing them every day.
yeah, exactly.
And then eventually it's like, oh yeah, the 335, 339.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also many times where people would come up to me and be like, "What's the difference between this $500 guitar and that $1,800 guitar?" And when you're a salesperson that can't explain the difference, you feel real dumb.
Yeah.
So I
Falls
started
real
deep diving.
real fast.
Yeah.
I say about it for
Well, there's been so many times too where I've walked into Sam Ash or Guitar Center, and I feel like it was an employee every now and again that'd be just sitting down noodling. So did you get to do that?
I mean, I did. Yeah.
So you could get a feel for the guitar. So when somebody
Yeah.
asked you about it, it'd be like, oh yeah. So since I played that one last week while there was nobody in the store,
That was the excuse that we would tell
I
our
can tell you-
managers.
yeah,
Yeah. But
research and development or something like
yeah,
that.
but that didn't really fly very often. It was like, get off the guitars. You got to go sell
Yeah,
some shit.
I was
Okay, so they don't like you to do
No,
that.
they don't want you to do that at
Did
all.
you ever have to tell somebody to stop playing guitar?
No.
No, you never did?
I
I
feel like you
mean-
probably aren't allowed to.
You're not really allowed to, but there are
Yeah, what are the
days-
rules? What are the rules there?
This is
If
not
I
a
got it-
podcast about that.
What?
but
I'm just saying, if I got into Sam Ash and I
Inside
just
info.
started sitting down playing a guitar, like how long can I stay there for?
if you're just like a customer,
Yeah.
as long as you want, doesn't matter.
Really?
They're not going to say anything. Although a lot of salespeople will leave up to their discretion. You know what I mean? So it's like if that guy was out all night partying or something, and they come into work, and you're sitting there wanking, and it sounds like shit for 3 hours, you're gonna be like, "Yo, literally, you have to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in a sense, it could be like bartender vibes. Like
Oh, I see.
if you feel like this person doesn't need to be doing what they're doing, consuming alcohol, playing guitar,
Yeah.
then you throw that card.
I kicked somebody out of Guitar Center one time because they walked in as we were closing. And my manager was
For
like,
what? You didn't even give them time to ask.
I
You're
was
like, no.
I was so like there was probably other shit going on that day, but I was so over it. And like my manager was like, didn't say anything about it, and they walked in. They're like looking around. I was like, "Hey, are you just purchasing anything?" And they were like, "No, I'm just looking around." I was like, "Well, we're closing." And they were like, "That's fucked up." And I was like, "I don't care. Like, we're trying to get the fuck out of here." So like, it's not like the time to browse was fucking all day. It's 9 p.m. What are we doing?
It's funny to think of you having a manager and stuff because I've known you for so long. Now you just never had a real job, as they say, or whatever. But like working for somebody. That's just funny. Like you had to like. I just can't imagine you doing that and reporting to somebody. There's just no way.
Yeah, that's why I can. It's really bad at holding down jobs for sure.
You were?
I mean, I am really bad at. That's why I've been self-employed for 6 years, 7 years, whatever it is. Anyways,
you have
enough
to
about-
run the show. Speaking of running the show,
Yeah, let's talk about you running the show, because there's a lot of things that you do that I find admirable that I can't, like your whole merchandise situation and the way that you get there early and you set it all up. Holy fuck, that's a world that I hate. Let's talk about why you're so good at that and why you like it so much.
that's just, yeah, I love it. How do I explain why I love it? Aesthetic. I do solo music full time too, and I have merch for that as well, like a T-shirt and stickers. And I used to have CDs and stuff. So like my solo thing is branded, and then Honey What is branded, and you just make so much money off of merch.
Yeah.
And I love making money.
Yeah.
The more of it, the better.
Yeah, it's typically how it goes.
So with both of my, it's like a little world that you set up, and you can decorate it however you want. I use the vintage suitcases because millennials love that shit. So aesthetic. And then you can put everything in it, so it acts as the carrier for your money-making objects, and then the displayer for your money-making objects.
Right.
And I love things that are multi-use,
Functional.
multifunctional.
Yeah.
What else is there to be said about it?
Well,
I just love it.
there's got to be something, because like to me, I hate the idea of worrying about inventory or like even coming up with concepts for the merchandise itself, or like even thinking about bringing it with me to gigs.
No shit.
Like
Yeah.
or like thinking about like having to run it after our set or before our set, and like dealing.
You
with
just
the
want to play
custom-
music, man.
I mean, well, I like the booking and like that kind of stuff too, but that thing in particular like drives me crazy. You don't mind like dealing with customers and like
No.
you know.
Because for them to come up and interact with you and feel like they've made a connection just makes you know, it can make them want to come back. I mean, ideally every time, every interaction would make them want to come back.
Right.
And then wearing the merch, that's free advertisement.
Right.
So I know the effect of that. And I have done all the designs. That's all my concepts.
You don't feel like it's too much when you got to write tunes and like rehearse the band. You
Oh,
gotta come
yeah.
up with designs
I-
and
Get overwhelmed a lot.
yeah.
Because I do the design, I do merch, I do the money, I book the gigs, I write a lot of the song, like lyrics. It's been cool having Andrea because there is one song called Atomic. The only place you can hear it is on our Sugar Shack sessions.
Is that the one that
Stuff.
had it's like boom 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 or whatever, something like that?
That's Ticking Time Bomb.
Really good fucking song also.
That's what we opened with at Halloween.
It's so good. I love that
Sam,
one.
it used to be our closer, but for Halloween, Sam was like, "Let's open with it," and I'm like, "It's gonna be insane."
It's gonna be
Like that verse gonna come in like, pat.
yeah, you kick him in the mouth. You get 1 hour at a festival. You just come out swinging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, you wear all those hats, like, and you don't.
Ooh, the hats. That's the latest edition.
Yeah.
People love that. Like when the first show that we had hats, like people showed up just to buy them.
Really?
They stayed too, but
I was about to say, they got a hat and got the fuck out of there.
well,
Yeah.
you know, I wasn't keeping an eye on every single person that bought a hat, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But what was the first show that we saw? Oh, it was OBJ. I bought them for OBJ because I'm like, these hippies love their hats,
Yeah.
and these wooks love their
I
hats.
think they love being called hippies and wooks also while we're at it. Just joking. Sorry.
No, it's
No,
it's endearing.
Yeah.
I know. So we got them for OBJ. I usually like to get new merch for festivals to give people incentive to come to our shows as well.
Totally.
Check it out. I didn't do it for Halloween. Instead, it was the costume incentive to come participate in that. You need to remind me what we're talking about again.
So Andrea helped you with the writing a lot of this stuff too. That's where we were going before
Yeah.
we went. Yeah.
Oh, was I just talking about all the roles in the band?
He was
That's-
talking about yes,
and
he
then I
said
got
you
to
wear,
songwriting.
No, he said you wear a lot of hats, and then we started talking about
That's what
your
happened.
hats, actual hats,
Yeah.
not metaphysical hats
Yeah.
that you
So what
wear.
do you want to talk about out of what we just talked about?
Well, I want to go back to I want to go back to what Andrea's been helping you with the songwriting, I guess.
So just the one song, it's Atomic that's on our Sugar Shack session. Try and say that 5 times fast. Sugar Shack. All the S's.
yeah, it's a weird
So
one.
Atomic was the one song, and what she did was, because she has her own thing as well called Andy. It's A-N-D, and the E has a line over it.
Okay.
And she has a couple songs out on Spotify, and she's trying to gear back up to play gigs with that again. So that'll be fun. Probably do like Honey What, Andy and Honey What, even too.
That's
I'm into
great.
that.
Yeah, totally.
It's like so cool to see, like her do her thing, and then like wait, she's also the drummer for the band.
Yeah, I think it's important. That's like kind of like the new way, especially in like the jam kind of circuit, where every band's got like a little collective that spawns off of it, and that's kind of what I think gives a lot of people like the longevity and the staying power, in this world.
Speaking of your drummer, you
The
kind of
community.
you kind of said that she proposed to you on stage, and then you just
Yeah,
we
we-
didn't really
we-
talk about that at all.
No, I said she proposed, and then Anton was like, "Really?" Blah blah blah, and then I finished the thought, but
Oh shit!
she proposed the B idea, or no, she proposed the B fact idea.
We both thought that she proposed to you on
I'm sorry.
stage.
Did I talk over you when you were trying to explain that part?
No, I explained it.
Oh, you did explain it.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, thank you for derailing because she explained it already, and then
I
you
explained it.
weren't listening, obviously.
You didn't know what the fuck she meant either. But yeah, fuck me. Easy target as always.
All right. So I want to get to bottom of the Billboard.
Okay.
Because this this new concept we've been doing, this reviewing songs that are at
Number 100.
number 100 on the Billboard charts
This
is,
week.
of this week, of the week that we're currently in, is hilarious to me because it's so different than like what we would normally listen to, and like what we would. It's been fun, honestly. I've been enjoying this segment a lot more now, to be honest.
Eventually, there'll be like a really great song that's like coming off of the Billboard that'll be like, oh, I'm sorry to see it go. Like it's not gonna be
Yeah.
on there. But this one, no.
So wait, how many segments of the bottom 100 have you done?
Just
this will be
just
the
one
s-
so
this will
far.
be
Is
the
the
second
second one.
Okay, because you said like eventually there'll be a good one. I'm like, how many bad ones have you listened to?
Well, that's
Well-
what we used to do. Is I would show him a song that I really liked, and he would show me a song that he really liked, and we would never get along because we both like different things.
Yeah.
That's still happening though.
No, we both
Well,
we both agree that
well,
it's bad.
no. We haven't discussed this one yet. So I want
I
to.
was gonna say not specifically about the song, just about like
Oh, in general.
About
general.
life?
Yeah, we
No.
don't agree on a lot of things. Yeah, it's
Some
Yeah.
some random things we do agree on. That's pretty interesting.
yeah, it makes those moments real special.
I
feel
can't
like.
think about them right now, but I
to be
definitely
savored.
Yeah,
def-
exactly.
definitely could count them on one hand. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, so the artist this week is Rosalia, and the song is Despecha, which I think means spite in Spanish.
Do you think?
I looked it up, so
So
it does mean spite
I
in
should have looked it
Spanish.
up. I took 5, so because we all listened to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to it like 15 times on the way up here.
yeah,
Because like I said, or maybe I didn't say, because we were talking before we started recording. On the way to Jacksonville this morning, I was like, I need to snap out of this because I need to like make thoughts and words
Yeah.
later today that are going to be immortalized on a video.
you're,
Oh,
you're crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks,
10
Matt.
out of 10.
Yeah. So this song is co-written by Chris Jedi, Gabby Music, which if that's your real name, I don't believe you.
Her last name is Music?
yeah.
Wow, that's so ironic.
Di Mello Nuno, I think is how you say it, or Nunyao.
Oh.
Ninyao, one of the, I don't know.
Is there a thing over
There's
there?
no Enya over. There's none of that over it. No. Producers David Rodriguez, Noah Goldstein, and Sir Dylan, who I guess is a knight. So, good for you, Sir Dylan.
But
So this is a reggaeton song.
Reggaeton.
reggaeton.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. All right, whatever.
Yeah. And it's
Not
like,
gonna argue.
and it's
That's
I don't
what
know.
Google
It's
says, so it's a fact.
it kind of reminds me more of like that song Senorita by Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do know that song.
Kind of reminds me of like a less interesting version of that song.
What about Despacito?
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Like, is that reggaeton?
Yeah.
Despacito.
Anything's got that pulse. It's kind of like that's a reggaeton.
What about
kind of pulse.
Desperado?
Okay. So
What about it, Billy?
It sounds like Despacito.
yeah, it sounds just like that.
The word. The
Yeah,
word.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
that's stupid.
the to me the vocal performance on this was it did what it was supposed to do.
What?
There was no really showcasing much of any of the range
No.
which she has.
No.
But that's not. I don't think that was the point of the song. Anyways,
What was the point of the song?
I'm gonna get there.
Why'd you make it?
There's a lower octave vocal thing that happens at like certain parts where they add a little bit of like overdrive to it, but it's like subtle, which I thought was an interesting production
I didn't hear that.
choice. I'm not a big fan of the ad libs that they were doing. I thought they were kind of like
They were ad-libbing?
yeah, there were
What do you
some ad
mean?
libs, just like little things that they call back. Like she says a line and then she's responding to it.
Is that a
very quickly.
reggaeton thing?
It's like a hip hop thing. They do it in rap and a lot like pop music in general.
Both
now.
genres that I don't listen to a lot.
Yeah.
I como manzanas, but that is as much Spanish as I speak.
Okay.
You eat apples? I took 5 years of
That's-
Espanol.
Nice. And that's what you got out of it.
I just pronounced that real. No, I can speak it pretty well.
Oh, you can?
Like when I go to Mexico,
Nice.
I'm like, oh, I can get around
Yeah.
and communicate things.
Yeah.
More fluent than I am, and I'm
I like
Cuban, so
I like saying wrong Spanish phrases. Like I'd be like, well, you know what they say, como se dice, which means God bless you in Spanish. All right.
yeah, exactly. It's the same instrumental melody the whole time.
No, it's great.
They
The same chord structure.
yeah, the
For
same
the whole
chord.
song?
Yeah, for the whole song.
Structure.
So that's where the pop music comes in because they love that.
Yeah,
It's-
totally.
the chords. There's just one chord.
No, it's two chords.
I'm sorry, two
And
chords.
at one point, they go to the flat six.
I saw
too.
that. Yeah, for one time there was a turnaround.
Yeah,
if
there's
you
a-
can call it a turnaround.
Yeah, and then the only thing that they change is the timbre of the instrument. So it goes from like a piano line.
Yeah.
And then they take that same line. They just do like a detuned steel drum. It sounds like.
No, I think they just use a cutoff filter,
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a
which is
detuned
real. It's a
steel
real
drum.
cool. It's a real cool DJ move.
Yeah. And then the percussion doesn't change the entire song.
Nope.
And then obviously I can't really speak too heavily on the lyrics because I don't speak Spanish.
But you come as manzanas, right?
Yeah,
Right.
plenty.
I caught a couple things.
You did?
Yeah,
What's
Like
it
what?
about?
and then
There's a couple things that I
you said
caught.
spite. I don't know.
A couple things that I caught. She's like talking about working or like
Yeah, like trabajar.
yeah,
la, la,
yeah,
la,
little
la.
things like that I can catch. But like as
Bajo.
far as
I know that
Or
word.
like sin problema, like no problem.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Wait, we got some lyrics.
that's the real English lyrics.
That's the real.
Yes.
What are you gonna say, Bill?
what?
he
you-
said, he said what he was gonna say.
Yeah.
The real English
All right.
lyrics.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, overall, it's a perfectly written pop song. Nothing groundbreaking. No hypnotist cloaked in frills. No journey to be taken on. If you, I don't know why I said this. If you want to zone out and dance for 2.5 minutes, this is your song. That's at least 2 more minutes of fun that you'll get from the homeboy at the bar sending you drinks. And then either way, not my cup of tea.
Hey Chris, what does Moto Mommy mean? Look
Alright.
that up.
I'll do some research.
Thank you.
Got the lyrics.
This is a hardcore thumbs down for me, by the way.
Well,
What do you think, Bill?
did you watch the music video on YouTube?
No.
She's just hanging out at the beach the whole time.
You watched the music video?
Yeah. That's how everybody digests music. You know that if you're not a musician.
That is a thing.
That's why they have millions and
I do
millions.
love a good
I guess the
music
A
two-
video.
biker chick.
I guess
a
the two-
moto mommy. That makes sense, but I thought it meant something a little bit different.
So the
I don't know.
235 million streams it has on Spotify are irrelevant then? That's how all consumers...
Hey, can you see how many streams or views are on
Jesus
YouTube, please?
Christ.
Not 235 million.
Why do you say that?
Because Does that ever really happen on YouTube? Like that many streams?
Constantly. Justin Bieber has like over 1 billion on one.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh, okay.
You know what you're talking about.
That, I guess
Just so confident all the time.
I
that, like
know.
I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
But it's just not true.
Yeah.
This song sucks. Like just straight up. It's on its way out. Did you see? It was at 68 and it's on its way out.
Yeah, okay.
I just don't really get it. But the music video, it just seems so wholesome. She's just hanging out at the beach. What
well,
we got?
From what I just read.
Oh, look.
24 million views.
About the same.
235 million.
Oh, I thought you said 25 million.
She's making some money off that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Rosalia. I like it.
all right.
What about the song do you like? I'm
I
curious.
love a good pop song.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, all the genres at Halloween this weekend. So my mind is just like, I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
I'll consume it all. Because I would go to sets that I didn't even plan on going because I'd run into a friend and be like, oh, I'm like, oh, cool, I'll check it out. Never heard of them before. So as I was saying, I played the song at least like 15 times on the way up here as my brain was reforming. And I kept finding myself streaming, like, even staying facing. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm still at the festival right now.
Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, it's definitely a dance song, 100%.
I didn't think it was a.
And
No
I
offense. I don't think it was a
Love
pop
to
song.
bailar.
Yes, you're a
That means
dancer.
dance in Spanish.
Yes.
I know. I mean, que significa, which means nice to meet you.
All right, Bill. You don't think this is a dance song or a pop song?
I don't. No, it didn't feel that way at all. It felt like it was like a club song or something. I guess we could say it was a pop song. But when I think of pop song, I think of like Ariana Grande or Kelly Clarkson, or no, not Kelly Clarkson. Well, I guess she was
Yeah,
too.
totally.
The other one, the firework girl.
Katy Perry.
Thank you.
I mean, this is in that
Wrecking
same
Ball?
exact vein. It's a little. I mean, it's
No,
got
it's
it's got
not.
a Latin pulse to it, but it's popular music. It's on the radio. It's top 100 on the Billboard charts.
This is bottom 100. But whatever.
So it's definitely a pop tune. But I mean, what do you think about it?
Like I said, it just from beginning to end just sucks.
Okay.
I just don't like it. I can't speak Spanish, so I can't understand it. So it's got that already bad. So
Yeah, Spanish sucks.
no, so I just
what
can't
do you-
understand it. So then what I have to go to is like, okay, is the singer singing very well? And I'm like, it's all right. And then is the rest of the music good? I'm like, no. So bad.
Okay, it's a solid review.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a simple song
Yeah, totally.
as pop music and apparently reggaeton. And you said like R&B too?
No, it's reggaeton.
But you said like with the call and response stuff.
Oh well, no, just the ad libbing is a very popular thing, like in like rap and yeah, R&B for sure, and yeah, reggaeton, pretty much any kind of.
It's kind of
Pop
like
music.
permeating everything now, like even pop music. And
Yeah, 100%.
What do you mean by ad libbing? Do you mean like
Where there's like
little,
callbacks, where she'll say a line, it's like ooh, ah, oh yeah, like little shit like that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
like Lil Jon
yeah.
when he just says what?
Yeah, basically,
Oh,
but he's
Yeah.
It's
The
just
king,
like that.
He's probably the best at it.
I mean, he definitely made him.
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I take it back.
Who's the best at it?
DJ Khaled.
Is that his only one? Does he have any other ones?
We the best music.
Yeah, he also does. We the best
I wouldn't even
music.
know.
Probably
Yeah.
Pitbull does it a lot.
I mean, every rapper does it.
He just like to say, "Mr. Worldwide."
Yeah. Talk about a guy who knows how to brand himself. That was brilliant. Mr.
it's-
305 to Mr. Worldwide. It's brilliant.
Why?
Because he was set himself up to make the jump. You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous.
It is what it is. Anyways, so what are we thinking? Thumbs up, thumbs down for this song on the Billboard charts, on our Billboard charts? What are we thinking?
Boo.
For me, it's a thumbs down. What do you say, Danielle?
I just want a thumbs up because I can appreciate anyone that's trying to express themselves. Because I've heard some horrible songs in my day where like instinct gut reaction was like next,
Yeah.
and the minute that one came on, since I'm
You were
still like
enjoying
in
it.
like floaty festival mode, I was like,
Yeah, all music's
all right,
good.
if I can bop to it, then
Then you're into it.
The music
appreciate
video
that.
is really great. It's just
I
her
would
hanging out
not-
on the beach,
hanging out on the beach.
and it looks like she's in like Tampa, or something like that. I think.
I don't know. I didn't watch the video, so
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't like be like, oh man, you know what I really want to listen to right now?
Right.
Wouldn't
Okay.
that wouldn't be the one.
Okay. So then we're gonna go ahead and just say the song's not making it on the playlist. Then.
No.
All right.
None of them. None of them.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited
You're
about.
only two in.
Yeah.
It's
But
that's
it's not looking
good point.
great.
Don't make such a definitive statement so soon.
yeah.
Just saying, we're bad.
might not age
we're
well.
batting a big goose egg right
we,
now.
we got
so.
we got T Swift's got every song in the top 10 right now.
know-
One of those is about to hit the 100
No.
at some
I
point.
don't like that album.
That's a good unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it yet.
I
We
have.
need to check it out.
And
just
I
haven't yet.
was an avid Taylor Swift fan, and when she released this one, I'm like, she's run out of things to write about, and this is getting ridiculous.
Billy, what was your unpopular opinion a few weeks ago?
Oh,
With-
that it's her.
Yeah.
And which is like her number one song is talking about her being the problem.
Oh,
The anti-hero one?
Yeah, that's number one right now.
yeah. So
The music videos are like, all right, yeah, she's rich. Good for her.
yeah, I haven't. I don't follow her at all. So
I
have no
really
idea what she's
really
doing.
like the Wrecking Ball song she did like 10 years ago, but other than that, I just don't.
Second,
It took me a
I
second.
think-
Really appropriated my joke there, bud.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
that might
Okay.
be Miley Cyrus.
Go for it, man. Take
it's
it.
for sure.
Oh.
Send it home. You got this, Bill.
Oh, then I don't like any Taylor Swift songs.
Okay.
Yeah, when you said that earlier, no one even acknowledged it.
I didn't. What did you say?
It's pretty much my role on this podcast.
What did you say?
He said something about Wrecking Ball.
I made like a little,
Oh, when I talked about his glass breaking my place and I called it a wrecking ball.
Nope. This was like 5 minutes ago during the
Yeah,
bottom of the billboard.
You guys
Anyways,
didn't hear it.
Were we talking?
missed it.
I just slipped it in there.
Sorry, Chris. We'll pay
Thanks.
more attention.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I'll just
all
keep pushing buttons. Y'all do your thing.
right. I want to talk about your appearance on Sugar Shack sessions, and because like that to me is super cool. That's a hard thing to kind of get involved with. So how did you guys make it happen, and what was that experience like?
We just existed, and they emailed us
Nice.
asking us to come on.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's pretty good.
'Cause
Any other questions?
Yeah. Wrap this section out. Next question.
Put a bow
Nope,
on
I guess that wraps up this whole episode. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And you know what's ridiculous is that like I did not respond right away. I was just like, I don't even. That's saying it now. I'm like, that's rude that I didn't respond to them right away.
Why didn't you respond? Did you have
I
like better
don't
things
know.
going on?
What's wrong
or
with me?
Was you're talking to Paul about Halloween at this
Nope.
point already?
Nope, because that happened in May when he asked us to
Oh,
play
okay.
it.
Well, I don't know what you were doing then. That's a pretty dope opportunity, but it worked out for you guys regardless.
out.
Yeah. So what was it like? I mean, you guys went to a location somewhere. Where was it at?
Yeah, so I can lay out a little more of the timeline about just more besides this existing and them reaching out to us.
Yeah.
Because there is like a few more things to it. So, you have met these people. They were at our show at the Deneen Brewery whenever it was. Because who has time to
It was
remember
last summer.
dates
I
when you
think.
only get 12 hours of sleep from Thursday to today?
It was in April for sure.
No, it was
That's
the last
okay.
one we had.
Yeah, April for sure.
We played at least 2 shows at the Deneen Brewery together.
That's right.
I'll never forget, except for the date.
I thought we
But
only,
the
I thought
actual
we only played
happening-
one.
No, we did. We did. It was in April for sure. Anyways,
whatever.
continue.
You're right. So there is a podcast in St. Pete called the Pineapple Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember meeting Molly and Greg?
Vaguely, but I do remember the Pineapple podcast come up. So yeah.
They were there.
Okay.
And I was like, check it out. You guys do podcasts.
Yes. Okay. I remember that exact scenario. I don't remember. I can't put faces, but I remember the scenario for sure.
Yeah. So around the time they had us on their podcast, Honey What, Andrea wasn't there. So you guys can check out that episode. It was ridiculous because it was me, Sam, and Tim. And then they have 3 hosts. So just trying to get a word in, it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
But, that's the fun of it too.
Totally.
So being on their podcast, and they started out as a reggae podcast, and Sugar Shack started out as reggae,
Right.
and now they're branching out. Have been. How long have they been going for? Like 9 years?
Yeah, it's a long time now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're building their empire.
they sure are. taking a good old page out of
Napoleon's book,
yeah.
Boss man over there.
yeah.
El Jefe,
Yeah.
So
Getting real fucking
which
sad,
means the
people say.
leader.
Yeah. Anyways.
Greg,
Yeah.
who is on, Greg is one of the guys on the Pineapple podcast, and shortly after we were on his podcast, Sugar Shack hired him to be their personal chef because he's a chef as well.
That's awesome.
Like all these like pieces started moving, but it wasn't even because of him. Like it wasn't him prompting that had them ask us. Cause I asked them when I was there, I'm like, how did you guys know about us? He's like, oh, well, we've known about you. Eddie Kopp is the head guy. It's his house in his backyard
Oh, okay. That's super
that you go to
cool.
film it at.
They do that for everyone? Is like
Everyone.
that? Okay, that's cool.
Everyone. And, ooh, I gotta stay on track because there's a lot of details to this. So Greg is their personal chef.
Mm-hmm.
And he got hired, and then we got the email, and I didn't jump on it right away for whatever reason. And then Greg found out that we were emailed by them, and he's like, dude, Eddie said that he emailed you and you haven't responded. Like, what are you doing? I was like, okay, all right, I guess, yeah, you're right. I'm supposed to like be making moves. I should probably respond to it. Oops. So then responded and set the date up and went down there and recorded. And I think what they primarily do is nighttime sessions where they sell tickets.
Okay.
We did not do a nighttime session. We did a daytime session, which they don't do a lot. And the daytime sessions are way more lax. Greg still came to ours. He usually doesn't. But when we did the Pineapple podcast, he made the most glorious charcuterie board.
What was
as
on it?
cheese and meat
Yes.
and honey and it was good.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
good.
like it.
I love a good charcuterie board.
Yeah.
You get protein, you get
Dairy.
More protein.
dairy,
Protein, yep.
you get happiness.
Happiness is a good one.
It's the best vitamin.
Vitamin H.
Yeah. So Greg came to our Sugar Shack session. What about it?
Vitamin H. I was just like, that was the lamest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well,
I play music. I'm not a funny person, you know.
That's obvious.
Anyways, continue.
so Greg came to our Sugar Shack session. Every once in a while, even if you say it slow, it's still like blah, 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 blah. And he made us an even bigger charcuterie board. Oh, I was in heaven. And we recorded it. Do you want to ask questions about it?
About the charcuterie board or about the
No, just about the experience.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not trying to
No, this is great. I'm curious.
formulate thoughts. Really, it was what I'm saying is, can you ask me questions about it?
Yeah.
So I don't have to think a whole lot right now.
Yeah. Well,
It comes in waves.
yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm on it. I'm talking, and then I'm just like, 12 hours.
yeah.
You said it was a podcast, but
No, that's
it's
the Pineapple podcast.
but the Sugar Shack session is that's not a podcast. That's just.
Did you watch it, Billy?
No, I actually don't even know what the Sugar
Sick.
Shack sessions are.
You should check it out. It's awesome. It is
I'm
awesome.
sure it is.
It's awesome production, and it's a YouTube channel.
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and they basically invite artists on to, and they have like them in this backyard setting. I guess they know it's a backyard, but they have them in that setting. They have like really dope cameras, and they do like a really nice production of like a live playthrough of these songs. You know, so like you get the video, you get the the audio side of it, and it's really great content.
Do they interview you too, or you just play the show?
No, they do get a bunch of B-roll. Trying when I first came in here, just stepping on all your cables.
That's all right.
Like I made it.
Yeah.
I'm still here. 2 hours of sleep last night again.
You're crushing it.
What was the question again?
Do they interview you? And you said no, they don't.
They don't interview you. There's no
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
I wish you'd have watched it,
I wish I didn't
watched
even know
them.
about it.
but you have time. It's fine. They do not interview you. They get the B-roll, and when you get there, they sound check. You use their drum kit that has the logo on it. They have a thing about their like little gnome. They put it in different places each video. They actually have a keychain, little swag that they gave me. It's the gnome. It's their logo that they have. And
What's the significance of the gnome? Is that like an
I didn't
inside joke
ask.
kind of thing? Okay.
I didn't ask. I'm trying to think how it could tie in to like Shack, Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
So that's just their thing. It's really cool because they started doing VR for like their premium subscribers.
Really?
That's pretty
So
cool.
they had this crazy camera rig for the VR.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it was VR or 360.
It's probably 360.
It was 360 too.
Did they give you
There's
guys?
so many cameras there.
Did they let you guys like experience like some other bands or that they've worked with in that capacity? Like, could you see like, what that looks like? Because you need like some kind of. That's not just accessible to anybody that has like a computer, right?
I don't
Like,
think it's VR. I think it's a 360 camera.
It's a 360
I'm
camera.
assuming so. but-
Okay.
So you can actually see at the end of each video, we did 5 videos with them. They also like to do like, hey, so we like to ask the artists that are on to improv a Sugar Shack song. And my improv skills do not extend to on the spot lyrics
Right.
for whatever reason. At this present moment, I haven't gotten down on that yet. So that's where you see the 360 camera kind of doing its thing, is when we're doing the improv. And I'm like, Sugar Shack, Sugar Shack. Like, Sam picked out a chord progression he wanted. Andrea had her Pearl Malice station set up. That was really fun to incorporate because we had to make acoustic versions of our songs. They don't want electric guitars involved. So that's the other thing about Sugar Shack, is they offer people who are fans of whoever go on it a different experience of those artists' songs
Right.
that you wouldn't usually get.
Yeah, I loved hearing your songs in that capacity because it was like you could really focus on what you were doing lyrically and just what was happening musically, and
Yeah.
it was not. It's not always obvious when you're listening to bands perform or you're watching them perform and you're hearing them with a full band setup, like how those songs translate. You know what I mean? And it was cool hearing your guys because it really lends itself to that style. I feel like it works obviously with the full band stuff, but it works equally as well in that capacity as well, which I thought was super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
After we released them, compliments about like the songwriting started coming in because it's generally pretty hard to get a full sense of the message and like songwriting at a live electric show,
Yeah, for sure.
because each room is different.
I think lyrics are probably the last thing that people pay attention to in that scenario for a lot of the time anyways,
Yep. So I had a lot of people reaching out to me about that. I'm like, thank you. I did that.
No, the lyrics, I mean, you write some great lyrics. It actually, like, listening to some of the stuff that you were writing, like, made me go and, like, write, like, a different song, like, thinking about how you were wording things. And, like, so that was inspiring. It's cool.
Well, I'd like to see what that one turned out like.
It's sitting in my phone right now, very incomplete, and I haven't gone back to it in a
Aren't
while.
they
but-
all?
Yeah, I know. Tell
Which
me
one
about it.
is it?
Ooh.
No one's heard it yet.
Oh, it's not one of the-
it's-
okay.
No, it's just a song that you guys released it, what, like 3 or 4 months ago? You started releasing them?
Yeah, geez. At this point, how time flies, I think so.
Yeah, as soon as they came out, I was watching them, and I was like, "There's one song, Aphrodite. That's a great song."
I wrote that song sitting on my bed when I lived in Dunedin, not feeling myself. I was in a relationship at the time. as you do sometimes, where I just wasn't feeling like I was desired and appreciated. And I was like, I'm going to write a song where I'm the Aphrodite and what that would be like. And then maybe it'll become reality.
Yeah. that's that's really I mean, obviously it comes from a hard place, but I think that that's super cool that you were able to kind of like envision that for yourself and then like create like this character, you know, that's based off you obviously, but like it was so well portrayed in the song. That's the song that I heard that I was like, I want to write a song about a character like that too, like in a sense where it's like, you know, I wrote my song about a drug, obviously, but like not obviously, but that's what I wrote my. But like because there's always that kind of like
Kind
thing.
of drug.
It's irrelevant.
What's the name of
but,
the song?
I don't have. There's no name for it. It's literally like
you
it's.
need-
Billy
name it?
wants the details.
Yeah, like what's going
I mean,
on?
I can pull out a voice memo right now and show you a real rough recording of like one verse. That I
Maybe
have.
later.
Do you
Yeah.
want that?
Like,
Do you want that
it's
to be
just-
immortalized on the podcast?
It's, no,
Just
but
what's it about?
it's about a drug.
What drug?
It's
He's not gonna tell
irrelevant. But like the point
You already
being
tried to pull it out of
that
him.
like people that have, you know,
Is it Adderall?
there's people that have like, you know, an affinity for things, and it's like you can look at it as like, you know, this thing that's kind of like intoxicating you. You know what I mean? To a point where you're making irrational decisions and like you're not thinking clearly. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I love writing songs about like drugs too, not because like I love doing them or anything, or have a lot of experience with them, but I've had experience with people with addiction and stuff. So, drugs are applicable to those kind of situations.
Personifying it
and-
is super interesting. You know,
Yeah.
I've done that
you
since
can
high
give them
school.
characteristics, give them traits.
I did a whole like poem and creative writing class in high school about weed, and I like personified weed as like this like just, you know,
It's like a woman.
yeah, but a very
Is her name Mary Jane?
no. I went, you know,
Did you have a last dance with her?
and I've done the same thing about like, you know, psychedelic drugs that I've you know, done over the years, and it's just been I find that fun to do, you know, because then it gets to a point where you get older and then like it stops becoming about like fun, and then you start to be in a position where you're like actually dealing with addiction, and you're like, oh shit, like this is a problem now. This isn't like a fun like dance that I'm doing with like psychedelics or whatever. This is now something that's actually getting to a point where it's overflowed in my life, and I need to look at this in a way that's like kind of you need to personify it. I think, at least I do, in order to kind of see it as a real demon or formidable opponent, rather than this thing that's just kind of, you know, that has no, you know, whatever. It's not a what's the word I'm thinking of? A sentient thing. It's like it's a drug. It has nothing. So it's easy to say it has no control over you. When you think about it in that way, when you personify it, it makes it a formidable opponent that you want to try and defeat. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then it like becomes a song about redemption. Yeah, there's so many avenues.
Yeah.
Songwriting, man.
Yeah, it's
I love it. It's because I love puzzles.
Yeah, totally. I'm the same way.
So songwriting's like a puzzle to me.
Yeah.
So, trying to think. You said you liked Ticking Time Bomb. That song is about me as well. I've also written songs about my sister, about my mom. It's called Mama. Pretty on the nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I wrote it when she like the first, because we've always lived in the same area up until last year. My sister, well, I lied. My mom was the first one that like moved away to Georgia, and I was like, what? She's so far away now. So I wrote a song about it called Mama. It's about not having my mom around, and like I gotta like live my life a little differently now. Meh. And then just like stuff that would go on with my sister, with like I have a twin sister.
A twin sister, okay.
Yes, my only sister. She lives in Texas now as of last year. And just like my sister and my friends, like they're dating. I was gonna say careers, dating careers. They're dating lives. You know, talking to each other and venting. I'm like, well, thanks for all that fodder for this song that is now forming in my head.
Nice.
Being a artist is weird when you really think about it.
Well, you take the things that are happening in your life and you're able to kind of. I think it's good. I think it's important, actually. I think that most people don't have that outlet.
They don't. Like, some people ask, like, how do you write a song? I'm like, sometimes I'll literally just be sitting there and all of a sudden it's like a melody pops into my head. And then sometimes it's like a melody and lyrics. And I'm like, that doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah.
They just sit there. Like, so then what goes on in their heads?
Oh.
It's too much to think about.
Yeah,
It's too much to think about.
that's the thing. You know, it's like.
Yeah, that's I have had to ask that question to people too. Like, so let me get this straight. Are you just sitting there and then your brain just stops moving, and then you can just like go to sleep? Wait, what happens when you close your eyes? And then like, my girlfriend, she goes, "It's just black." I'm like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me?" That doesn't happen to me. Not even close.
Yeah.
That sounds so calm.
Yeah, there's nothing calm up here.
Thanks for
Yeah,
specifying the location.
I was gonna do it faster, but I thought I was gonna knock the microphone stand, so it looked awkward as fuck.
No.
Just-
Honestly, it was really good comedic timing. It
Well,
worked
you
out in
know,
your
they
favor.
say comedy is all about timing.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, totally.
So comedy is everything.
Uh, yeah, I think that we take that for granted sometimes. Where
I want a break. Like, give me a week-long break where it's just quiet.
yeah, but that's a trade off. Those you don't get.
You don't
that,
get it.
right. So
No.
it's like either you get it's an all or nothing scenario.
In
Either
your shower, just write a song about your loofah.
I was literally
Like,
I
just singing a song about your loofah.
was telling my friend.
It's black and green, and it's so nice to me. There you go.
um,
Take that home. There you go. Whatever you want. I'll do that all the time when I'm driving. When I drive, is the worst. I'll just freestyle stuff.
So
And
even
it's
that,
it's
like,
not good.
you just
though.
had a melody with those lyrics. So even though
just came
the
up with that now,
lyrics
yeah.
were not good,
No.
the melody
Yeah.
could be usable.
No.
And
It was
I've done that
also-
before,
It was
where-
also not good.
No.
There
Like,
you go.
there it is.
There it
okay,
is.
wait. Let me get my voice notes out.
I'm
We
just
did this right now.
saying.
I got the guitar. Let's write a song
That's
real
how
quick on
that's
the air.
how
Yeah.
easy it is for us. I don't know, because we're like X-Men basically, and we're mutants,
Yeah.
right, Chris? Yeah. And so, but yeah, I would love to just trade brains with one of I call them normies,
Okay.
and it's not
literally-
because I think I'm
just,
better.
I just zoned out and I'm literally just still thinking about that melody. And
Yeah.
it's like growing into something in my head right now.
That's
Yeah,
how it
there you
goes.
go.
I was
Wow.
I was telling someone today. I
Write a song about me and my loofah
on the spot. Let's
or
do it.
whatever. Not now.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, like,
Nah,
if
it's
you need
the melody. I haven't had any lyrics from me yet.
if you it's just inspiration. There's a lot of characteristics to it.
You're so inspiring.
It makes me clean. It's a magic 8-ball for me, actually. It provides luck.
because
That's what it does. And it is black and green. And it's in my
He
shower.
literally has he has these
Superstitions.
These superstitions. His entire day is dictated by whether or not he has a good or bad loofah day.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that, Bill? Or you want to leave it right
It's
there?
pretty simple. I have a very strict order of how I wash myself in a shower, and at the end of it, I put the loofah in my face and make it all soapy so I can't see, and then I turn around and face the shower head, and then how I find the rope on it will dictate how my day goes.
I love that.
Thank you.
So
Most people
much.
think that's crazy.
Also because I revel in routine.
Yeah. It's the OCD shit. But I had a really good loofah today before he came over, actually. So
Very
and I think
good.
this is going pretty well.
do you
And
now,
it's based solely on that.
now,
What's
question?
Up? What's up?
What makes it a good loofah day? What makes it a bad?
Oh,
loofah day?
how quickly you can find it, and then each finger on my hand has something that correlates to it. If I got it on my thumb today, and it was like almost instantly, which means that's just a real good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A-okay. Thumbs
you-
up
if I
all
get
the
a-
way.
Yeah, if I get on my middle finger, that means like it's gonna be rough, but I'm gonna make it good. Like fuck you. Like I'm gonna make this a good
Are you
day.
gonna, can you just go through all 5 right now?
Pinky. Pinky is something surprising that's gonna happen. A ring finger is something romantic.
I was gonna say romance.
Yeah. She already got it. And then
Pointer finger is that you're
It's-
taking charge.
no.
That's
Why are you like coming up to me? Or are you making your own? But yeah, the pointer
I tried
finger.
to guess because it'd be
That's good. That's-
like, what if I was right?
totally.
I wanted that for me, but what is it?
The pointer finger is that something's gonna happen good to me. Like you're gonna have a good day. I don't know. I don't know.
And so
Taking charge.
And so a bad one, a
Which
bad
translates-
day,
Yeah, you're
a
trying
bad day
fit
doesn't
it in
have
there, I
anything to
guess.
do with the fingers. It has to do with if I can't find it and I'm there, and if I have to open my eyes to find it, that's like the worst day.
now,
Wow.
on a scale
Yeah,
of
it's
one
pretty wild.
1 to 10,
Yeah.
how
developed.
accurate is that? Do you think?
Like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Today, at least for sure, a 10.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that
It's
worked
just
out.
it's an all around good loofah day.
Okay. Okay.
I'm happy to be a part of it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Feeling the good loofah vibes.
But yeah, I think that the songwriting thing,
Oh god. Comes back around.
yeah, it comes back around, just shoving this conversation right back in there.
Whatever
Much
you asked.
much like Billy shoves his thumb into his loofah.
You fucking asked, dude. You could have let it go, and now you're making me look like I'm an idiot.
Not
but-
at all. Not at all. I wish that I.
And he's like,
wish
no,
that-
you're doing that on your own.
Yeah.
Whatever. People have superstitions.
Totally. I mean,
Danielle didn't think it
don't,
was
but
stupid.
It's not
No,
stupid.
I didn't. No, Anton is just, he's steering the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually, when you tell me you have a good loofah day, I believe you. Like
It's
it's
true.
this is not like I don't discredit his. I think that there's no utter basis for it in reality. But I also don't discredit his experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a you thing. I'm not a superstitious person at all.
Just a little stitches.
It's a little stitious. But either way, no, good on you, Bill. I'm glad you had a good loofah day. I feel like this is working out for everybody. So I feel like your loofah instinct was spot on today.
Well, I got a new loofah, so I'm still calibrating it. It's only the second
That
day.
sounds scientific as fuck.
Well, it's only the second day, so like now maybe I'm thinking like maybe it's too easy to find, and so the way that I'm being
so
ridiculed.
you have to come up with a new
Yeah.
rating system.
It's very hard for me to get rid of a loofah.
You gotta feel.
I know it sounds gross, but it's not. I wash it with soap every day, so it's clean.
No. I'm just thinking about you having to get rid of a loofah and how sad you are when it gets to that point.
Oh, I didn't get rid of it. So I don't know if this one.
them up.
he has them stored.
Yeah.
Like the door opens and it's just like an avalanche of.
Follow-up question: are you actually Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, right. I relate to him a lot, like for a lot of different things that he has characteristics. But
Oh,
no,
sick.
I don't.
I think I have to go.
Yeah. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
kill and eat people though. That's all I'm
Um,
trying to say.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not a hoarder. I am a hoarder. I can't. It's hard for me to throw away stuff.
So Danielle, when's your album coming out?
Yeah.
You guys have that in the works or what?
No. Does someone have somewhere we can record for not an arm and a leg?
I mean, I'm sure.
If you're watching,
I'm sure.
Do it
Billy,
yourself.
honeywhatmusic@gmail.com.
no, Billy's got a room that's soundproof with loofahs that he can actually lend you. So, anyways, I thought that was gonna hit. A
As
little
long
better
as
than
they're
did.
all thumbs up loofahs, then
It's the last time
Oh,
I
that's-
ever share anything.
Just want to record a few songs and then you can go home.
Yeah. Yeah. That was funny. Last night for Halloween for the Funk Jam, I dressed up as Jeffrey Dahmer actually.
That's
And
why.
okay.
and that's why I got some vibes and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I saw you guys. I saw stories and pictures of that. That was really fun. I love the Funk Jam on Monday.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
really
That's the first time I ever did it.
cool. We don't have a lot of horn players on the Funk. The Funk Jam on Sunday is what I go to in Saint Pete.
Ruby's Elixir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only bar I care about.
That place is cool as fuck.
Yeah. But also literally hot because their AC doesn't work half the time. But that's part of the charm.
Right.
I wrote a song about Ruby's Elixir.
Oh, you did? What's it called?
Red Lights.
Nice.
Because they have red lights in there.
That's dope. What's
And
it?
now you all know. inside info.
What are you talking about in this song? Like, what about Ruby's looks are you talking about?
That's such a great question.
I'm trying to like hold back a cough like while I'm asking this. I'm sorry.
What are you talking
The
about?
red lights.
That's just it. Just the red lights and the vibe that it creates. And
So it's like talking about going downtown, like get dressed up, head out to the scene, look at you, picture perfect beauty queen under the red lights. And then the chorus is talking about like dancing. Sounds so basic right now. I love a good pop
I
song.
was gonna say, it sounds like a good pop song.
Love a good pop song.
Are you guys actively working on trying to record a record and put all that stuff out?
No, I have actually started recording some Danielle Mohr stuff. Just to get a feel for it. The only studio experience I've had was when I recorded my first EP up in Nashville. First and only EP up in Nashville in 2017.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
And that is not how people do that down here. Nashville is a machine.
Well, yeah, Nashville
wants to get you in and out as fast as they can so they can make more money off of the next person.
Yeah, it's the music industry.
Don't they charge by the hour though?
They charge me by the song.
Oh, interesting.
That's actually better.
Yeah, for you. You get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Not for me. It was so expensive.
Oh, really? We can talk about it off air, but I'm curious as what they charge you per song. We don't have to talk about it right now, but I'm curious.
I'll tell you.
Okay. So just Danielle Mohr stuff, huh? Nothing with so it's like an acoustic thing or just like a full band thing or?
So I've been 2 songs so far with Tucker Sodi from Future Vintage. He's a drummer.
Okay, cool.
I've known him for a very long time when he used to play with Displays.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He still is.
Yeah.
Still is. So he in his house, he has a little studio set up in this small room, but it's just the 2 of us working on the music in there, so it's fine. And he's sent me back 1 song, and it has drums. It's just him. It's the work tape, basically. And he sent it back, and there's drums and piano and bass and some violin. And I'm like, wait, so can I just release this? Like, it's a song now. And he's like, no, we gotta feel it out more. I'm like, you're right. Shouldn't get so excited so quick, but like, great freaking job, bud.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. This is a great experience so far.
So you don't want to do like a full Honey What thing?
I do. We have an album and a half worth of songs. We have our live album out that we released in 2018. I talk about it at least once a month at practice, but just coordinating everything else with the band that I have to coordinate, I just haven't gotten into researching stuff yet. We did record 2 songs with our old drummer at Clear Track Studios in St. Pete, but then it was right before COVID happened, and we didn't go back in to record the other parts we needed to, so then we didn't get it mixed and mastered. And then it just got to the point where he left the band. So it was February 2020 that we recorded the 2 singles. And then by the end of the year, we got to the point where parted ways. So we just didn't go back in to finish them.
I totally get that. It's a hard process, like to get like from.
It's an expensive process.
Expensive too.
It was an expensive.
That's the hardest part.
I
for sure.
I have the songs. It's Lawless, and which is what we closed with at Halloween, because that's another puncher. It's the one where it's like we open up with the James. Well, we didn't do it on. That's the other thing about recording songs. Like when you play them live so much, they evolve so much. So
Yeah,
it's like,
totally.
wait, is this the version? Is it ready to be recorded yet? I don't know. And then even after you record it, you're like
change
a
stuff,
month
yeah.
later, because how long it takes from recording it to actually releasing the song.
Totally.
If you're wanting to do like a lyric video with it as well, or a music video, or it's chaos.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Pure and utter chaos.
Yep.
Music is hard.
It's
do
a
you
shirt. You're still working on that one or what?
A shirt?
Yeah, remember? You're getting a shirt made.
Was that at our show?
That was no.
With Honey What?
Not with Honey. What?
I
that
need more
was-
It was
details.
in Dunedin.
We played at Dunedin with
Or was it somebody else? Sorry.
it was
The reality.
Yes, with the reality.
I was at that show.
Yes, you were at that.
Yeah,
show.
that's
Thank
right,
for
you were
coming
there.
I
out.
was so excited. I've been like taking weekend nights off just to see what that does for my mental health. It's been pretty great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
does,
Sure
it's
it
amazing.
is, yeah.
Like one a month.
yeah,
But
you need it. For everyone needs that weekend to just go out and just be like a civilian for a little while.
Yeah.
You know.
a normie.
So that
Oh.
was my weekend night off that month was your guys' show.
Thank you for doing that. I
Thanks
really
for coming.
I was
appreciate
like, yeah,
that,
the
for
boys
sure.
are coming to town.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the show, I can't even know how we brought it up, but then I was like, we were talking about all this about how expensive it is to record and being in a
Because
band.
somebody else said it. Somebody was like,
I was just like,
music is hard, and then you were like, that's a great shirt.
that's not what happened.
That's what
And you
happened.
just ruined my story. But thanks a lot, asshole.
So you want to sit here and let that linger for a second?
I will. Yeah, just sit in it.
Okay.
Do you have to?
Yeah.
Have to let it linger.
Oh, that's a great
Fucking
song.
lingerer.
Yeah.
It's from Pineapple Express.
Anyway, that's how I remember it.
Well, I'm glad that's how you remember it.
So finish your story.
All right, well,
you
let me know
did for me.
Let me know when it drops, because
Yeah.
want to support
I'm upset now. I don't want to finish this.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Go ahead.
the story or the podcast.
You know what? I don't know anymore.
Well, if I may suggest a studio for you guys, Pine Studio here in Jacksonville is pretty dope.
Such a far drive.
It is a far drive.
That's what we did, though. We drove all the way down to. It's not Hollywood. Where is it?
Pompano.
How could I forget Pompano?
Yeah.
We drove all the way to Pompano every time to record. And that sucked.
Yeah.
Why not Pine?
We didn't know it
we
existed.
didn't know Jacob Hudson's the owner of Pine Studio. Check him out. We didn't know him at the time. Since
Yeah, there's like so many just little,
Little guys.
like the more you talk to people on network, like just now I found I had no idea about this studio before
Yeah.
you just told me.
Chelsea's band Alchematic just recorded horns there.
Or my band, but
Oh yeah, yep.
Thanks,
Chris,
bud.
Chris and Chelsea. Yep. Their band. They record horns there recently.
You guys just played a big show.
Florida Theater, yeah. Well, I filled in for Chris. They were gracious enough to let me fill in for Chris while he was out of town, and it was a very fun show
There'll be more.
there will.
for sure.
I
Yeah,
just loaned him the gig. That's all.
you loaned me the gig. Yeah, definitely. It was fun. It was by far, in my 10 years of pursuing this on a professional level, I will say that was probably the biggest venue that I've played. It's the first theater that I played at that size for sure. So that was a cool experience.
Was it sold out? It looked packed.
It was sold out. As far as so the Florida Theater, I think the cap there is 2,200. They capped the show out at 1,700, I think though. But either way, it's just like, yeah, it was like the feeling of being on a stage like that and people like getting excited and like hearing and like when you finish a song and hearing that many people like responding positively to what you're doing up there, it's a different kind of feeling. And also just sonically, like hearing your instrument in a room like that is wild.
So, did you get the solo on like cheer?
Yeah.
You just took a solo and they lost their minds.
No, I don't know if they lost their minds, but
Did you
someone
play
gave me
well?
they gave me a courtesy clap, I'll say.
Did you do a good
Okay.
job?
Yeah, I mean, for we had one rehearsal that we had to kind of rush beforehand. So given the circumstances, I thought I played pretty well. Yeah, and
Well, thankfully, you know the lead singer,
yeah,
so maybe you guys were also able to go through stuff on your own time.
not as much as we needed to. I spent a lot of
Okay.
time on my own learning the tunes because I like to learn music and I take that very seriously. So like, if I get hired for a gig, like I'm going to learn the material. That's just what's gonna happen. And so I'd spent a lot of time throughout the week learning the material. Chelsea and I ran the tunes like a couple of times. Then we had a rehearsal with Chris was there to help with the just the arrangement of the set and whatever mistakes I was making, he would kind of like correct. And then yeah, we showed up and did the gig, and it was it felt very natural and very very good. It was fun. It felt very comfortable to be on a stage like that. It was cool, for sure.
That was the exact opposite of my Halloween experience.
I can sympathize with you on that because I felt the same way when we played Halloween.
I was just overwhelmed
Yeah,
for multiple reasons.
It's a lot, right?
I was telling you about it before we recorded.
Let's get into it.
Did we finish the previous thought that we were just tangenting on?
I don't remember, but
All right,
that's okay. We're here.
let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Back to Halloween. Friday morning was, so I got there Thursday and camped in a tent. It's my second Halloween I've attended and my first one that I've played. And my friends get the same campsite every year. They're grandfathered in. It's right at the end of a vendor row. So it's a 10-minute walk to get into the festival.
Yeah, so great spot.
And they only charge you like $50. Like, so I was saying like 30 people are on it. That's a guess. So they charge you like $50 for it, and it's a great deal for a 10-minute walk to the festival. So I was trying to get an RV this year, but I was like, no, I'll just do a tent because it's really expensive.
Yeah, totally.
To get an RV, you got to pay for the spot, pay for the RV. Someday, but it wasn't in the cards this year. So camping Thursday night, woke up Friday morning, took a shower in the artist showers. And warm water is such a beautiful thing at a festival.
Yeah, I did not have that experience. So that's cool that
You didn't? Why not?
I was camping with love all you guys so much.
Before I talk some smack about you.
No, I love those guys to death, and it was such a great experience. But yeah, that was not my experience.
Who'd you camp with?
I don't. It was a fun bunch. I'll say it that much. But we didn't.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, we can talk about it off air, but yeah, I didn't. I didn't have access to warm showers and all that stuff. So
Is it because you didn't know where the artist showers
it's
were?
probably
I don't
part
think
of
they
it.
exist.
So
yet.
where
That was 2018 when we played.
I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
So where I camped was also a hop, skip, and the artist showers were right next to vendor row. It was like end of vendor row and then artist showers.
Okay.
So 5-minute walk to artist showers, 10-minute walk. Like I was
You were chilling.
I was thriving.
Yeah.
So I sleep there Thursday, wake up Friday early. I probably only got 2 hours of sleep because this is the theme of my life since Thursday. Wake up early Friday because I wanted to get a foil poster. For those of you that don't know what a foil poster is, check this out.
Right there.
Shiny.
Fuck. Shout out Nate Days on that one.
Yeah. Way to go,
What's
Nate.
this one?
Nate Days.
So Nate Days, but
And
the
my
festival.
my name's at the top of the bill on that one.
Because it's alphabetical.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, it was a benefit concert we did for Kenny.
Yep,
from
Kenny Stottleman.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. We did one of those down in our area too.
Nice.
So Friday morning, I got up early because I wanted a foil poster because I've decided that every festival that my band plays, I'm gonna get the foil version of the poster. The other festival we played that had a foil poster available was Tranquility in 2020, which was the first festival we ever played at Swanee. So come to Halloween, and I tried to go Thursday to get it. Like, got there, fully rested Wednesday because I was still living a normal life, not at Halloween yet,
Right.
where all the madness ensues. Good Lord.
Yep.
So go to the merch booth, and I'm like, do you guys have the posters yet? And he's like, no, we drop them tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay. At Tranquility, there was not any kind of to-do to get the foil poster. I'm pretty sure I got it the last day of the festival. Like, they still had some left. So I have it framed on my wall now. And they said for Halloween, we drop them Friday morning. The merch booth opens at noon. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Get there at like noon then. Like, no, you should probably get there at like 10:30. I was like, oh. Wow. wow, that's a lot of waiting time. And I did it. 10:45. I pull up. There's already a line.
Mm-hmm.
And I waited for an hour and 15 minutes, and I got the last two of the devil. There's two different designs. Look them up. I was breaking the third wall. You guys look them up too, because I don't think you knew what they looked like.
I have no idea what they look like. Yeah.
Fourth
Yeah.
wall, but
The fourth wall.
yeah.
How many walls are there?
So many walls.
You know, to like hold up a house like for.
Yeah.
Then you break.
You can't
okay.
win them all.
Whatever. Sorry.
Can't win them
I've
all.
I've lost many in this episode, Danielle. So you're good.
So, I also I said I got two of the devil posters, but the way I didn't know anything about what was going on with the posters. I didn't know how many you could get. I'm like, wait, there's only 80 of each of these posters made per design, and there's 20,000 tickets of like there's 20,000 people that are attending this event. They weren't all there by Friday, but
Right.
yeah. Hopefully this is worth it. Hopefully I am doing this right now by 10:45 waiting in line. And it turns out that each person could only get one of each foil poster. And it couldn't be the same one. It could be the devil design and the spider design. 75 apiece. And I ran into my friend on the way to the line, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll come over and say hi to you in a second. And then when he got there and I realized the situation of one of each design per person, I was like, all right, dude, you gotta stay with me because each of these is for me. Like, I'm the one putting in the effort right now. My drummer said she wanted one, and if you don't stay here, she's not gonna have one because each of these is for me. So he stayed with me, and I got the last two of the devil and then two of the spiders. And I feel bad for whoever was behind me if they wanted a devil one. And seeing me walk away like, "Aw."
That's okay. You played smart. They didn't. So it is what it is. You got there early. You had your ducks in a row. You walked away the victor in that scenario. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Welcome to America.
And then I was late to sound check.
Yes, I
I was
love
like-
that.
I was literally, you know how far the merch booth is from the end of Vendor Row.
Yeah.
Did you camp on that side? Can I have that information at least? You won't tell me who yet.
No, I won't tell
But
you. who
where?
yet, but we camped. We were kind of by.
Because it's either on the side that has the cabins or the side that doesn't have the cabins. So that's Vendor Row is the side that doesn't have the cabins.
Yeah, it didn't have the cabins on that side.
Okay. So you know Vendor Row.
Yeah, for sure.
I never heard it called Vendora. I don't even know what it is that or where you're talking about.
Where all
It's,
the vendors are
food.
at.
Food. It's what?
Where all the vendors are at.
Yeah, but it's outside of the main gates because there's vendors inside the main gates.
right,
They
right,
had
right.
a place last year where it was like another vendor section on this like other side of Spirit Lake. It's huge,
It's
and they just keep
400
adding.
acres.
They keep adding to it every year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real big.
I say that like I'm a veteran. This is my second one.
Yeah.
Halloween, man.
But you've
Tell
done
you.
Tranquility also, so you've done a few festivals.
Totally
out there.
different.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my bassist, bless his beautiful ray of sunshine, sparkly heart. I love you, Tim. No, but we hugged it out. But he was like trying to figure out what time to get there on Friday, because he was the bassist that was with us when we played Tranquility at the same park, and this is where things got overwhelming because for Halloween, it's the most that I've had to do as far as logistics with like buying insurance for the band, having to set up how to get paid, and having to like write the arrival time in everybody's car if they're staying the night. If they're not, then do
Right.
they need a park? I'm like, yeah, wow. So if this keeps going, I'm gonna need some help.
Yep.
I didn't up until this point, but this is a lot. And I actually still need to do one more thing about the payment. But I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got to cover him, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
for sure. And my bassist was just like trying to say what time he was gonna arrive. What was he saying? They want us there at 12:30. We're about 3.5 hours away, and I was the one that got there first on Thursday, so I could feel out what the artist check-in was like to be able to relay to them, what the commute from the artist check-in to the stage was like. And Thursday is when the 4-day pass people get there, and then Friday is when a lot of the other people come because that's the 3-day pass. And Thursday, it took the artist liaison, like, he's like, oh yeah, 20 minutes. 40 minutes later, he came and got me. I'm like, all right, guys, already, we got variables. If they say 20 minutes, like, we're at a festival, like, you never know who he's going to run into on the way. And then going to the stage was like 15 minutes, but then not because there was traffic. So it all ended up working out.
It's the logistics of gigs like that are it's a lot, and people don't like understand that.
And you got to worry about the traffic on the highway.
Yeah, and
There's
then
20,000 people. Like, there's so many people driving to one spot on the same day.
and then you got to worry
Accidents. Oh my God, there was an accident on the way to Swanee on Wednesday night. A lot of my campsite went. Some people said it took them 11 hours to get from St. Pete to Swanee.
Oh God, that's
Because this whole highway was shut down. It was a very, very bad accident. Prayers to the people that were involved.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, we're pretty lucky it's in our backyard.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Like when I was leaving Monday, knowing that I was coming back here today, I was like,
I can imagine.
we are hustling
Yeah, I can imagine.
on 12 hours of consecutive sleep from not enough days.
Yeah, even Chris made a comment. He was like, "She's driving back here after Halloween on Tuesday." He was like, "She's hustling, bro."
Well,
It's like,
the only reason why is because Halloween being on Monday, I had, I'll try and make this short. What? Did you say something?
no, Chris was making noises over there.
But were you? Or am I?
No, he was. No,
Having-
you're not hallucinating. I know you're 12
Daniel's
hours
just
sleeping
I just coughed.
5
Is
days.
it the loofahs? What's
Yeah.
going on?
No.
It's a Pepe Sylvia situation.
Driving back on Monday, Halloween, I had a friend surprise me. I had just met her in September because I went to Europe, and she lives there. My two best friends are best friends with her. I didn't met her yet, and they're like, it's my 30th birthday. Let's go to Europe. I'm like, never been, and no time like the present. Yes, please, and thank you. And then she didn't tell me, and she came down to Florida because she's based out of here, her parents. And when she surprised me at a show that I had, overwhelming craziness. So that's why I came back, is because I'm like, we're going out for Halloween. Like, Europe reunited. Let's go, baby girls. And I got 2 hours of sleep last night. Again. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know.
You only live once, they say.
That's true. You got to revel in the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I was telling my mom today. It's like, I'm young, Mom.
You got to live it while
She's
you got
like,
it.
don't do drugs.
Well, you know, we all got to do what we got to do to get by sometimes.
Yeah. It's the least we can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the least that we can do for sure. All right, so how was Europe?
So awesome. I love it. Gonna go back at least once a year.
Where'd you guys go?
Switzerland, Italy, and France.
Nice. You guys go to Paris?
No.
That's too commercial. Too
Little bougie.
little bougie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go to like fucking?
The names escape me in some of the stuff. We definitely went to Milan in Italy.
Nice.
pretty
We
dope.
stopped through Lake Como in Italy. We stopped through Chamonix.
You went to Chamonix, really? That's awesome.
He's not fucking with you. He's actually being serious. I can tell.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's one of the prettiest places in the world.
We went at night though.
Well,
We got lost on the way, and it added an extra hour to our drive. So by the time we got there was only like one food place open, and we're like, "Can we please?"
It's probably not cold enough
We've
yet.
been.
Chamonix is really pretty. They got those ice caves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd love to go back. Like
Yeah.
we all were like, we need to go back during the day.
That's where Mont Blanc is.
That's wine,
No, it's the tallest mountain in France.
but
I
also, it's a type of alcohol.
I thought it was Joey from Friends.
What?
I don't get that one.
Yeah, me
His
neither.
name's Matt LeBlanc. So it's like,
Boo.
Not Le Blanc, Mont Blanc, mountain,
No, it is. It's close.
white mountain. I think that's what it means in French.
That
or,
makes
Or
sense.
clear mountain.
I'm learning French now on Duolingo
Yeah,
really? What a
because the internet is resourceful as heck.
that's
Sure
what I
is.
can.
I'm on a 29-day streak. I did a lesson, just one. You just need one to keep your streak going. I did a lesson on the way over here, as I was like once again struggling to put my brain back together. I'm like, I need to do this Duolingo lesson before I get to Jacksonville, because once I get to Jacksonville, it's just go again.
Two
for
manger
you.
pomme.
To parle.
No, two manger pomme.
Do I eat what?
apples. I'm just guessing because you said it in Spanish earlier.
How many languages can you say that in?
My mom's a French teacher.
3.
So I can speak
I'm
French.
just
so well.
imagining.
Exactly.
I'm just imagining Billy just like that's the phrase. We've done it in Spanish. We've done it in French, and like
Great
Billy
pick.
just wants to have that in his back pocket in every language.
Yeah,
Great.
totally.
It's a great pickup line because it means you're trying and you're saying something relatable. Because who doesn't eat apples?
I mean, I don't eat apples.
Yeah,
but-
of course you don't, because you eat young virgin blood because you're a reptilian.
Right.
100%.
Right, yeah. All right. So,
Yeah. Daniel just went, that makes sense.
yeah.
So we got the Jeffrey Dahmer vibes over here.
Yeah, I'm a reptilian
It
apparently.
might
yeah.
really be time for me to go.
Yeah. Before you go, we have to get the bottom line news. I'm very excited about this segment also because this,
Can you say bottom line news again?
yeah, bottom line news. So this segment I'm stoked about because it is, to me, such groundbreaking technology.
It's not, though.
Okay.
I mean,
I think it's.
they invented it like 20 years ago, but whatever.
I was having a hard time reading through it today because of once again
12 hours of sleep. No, we got it.
We
yeah.
thriving because I'm thriving right now.
Yeah, you're reveling in your youth. We get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was able to catch some bits, and I'm like, oh, okay. So we're just going to really dive into that simulation.
Right. So here's kind of the gist. Okay, Chris, can you pull up the article on the
Please.
TV, please?
Please.
Okay. Jesus. So the way,
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little sassy.
yeah. So
Got real in that sass.
the what's cool about this article to me is that if you guys aren't familiar, there's an app called Roblox out there, and it's been around for a long time, but it's just kind of picking up steam over the last 5 years or so,
How long has it been up?
since 2006, I believe.
Yeah, groundbreaking.
Okay, and
Like I said.
so what's happened is that there's a company called Venue, VNUE.
Without the first E.
Right, without
Yeah.
the
So
first.
hip.
Yeah, no, they're. I mean, just talk about
Is it?
millennial.
It's VNU, I think.
Okay, I don't know if that's how you say it, but either way, I'm just gonna say Venue
Up
for right now.
interpretation.
You got to turn
Yeah.
my ad blocker off, tough guy.
So this company, Venue, they've basically they started a couple of different things. They came up with Set.fm, which is a live streaming platform which allows artists to collect royalties off their live performances like immediately. So this is kind of like Nugs.net, but this is like instant. It's not like waiting 24 hours. It's like this
It's
is
more like a week, I'd say. But yeah, keep going.
it's instant. As soon as the set is over, you can listen back to it on Set.fm. And then they also created or were involved, I think, with Soundster, which is a royalty collection platform for the metaverse, specifically the first one of its kind. So Venue created kind of technologies in this realm. Kaku or something like that. KOKKU. It's a Brazilian company. that came. They're in graphic design for
They got
video
the
games.
money.
Lots of money and lots of proven technology for creating amazing graphics in games and things across that platform.
It's supposed to come out next year,
2020, so
like in like January.
right. So the two of these companies came together to create this this kind of continuous festival virtual experience, which is the first of its kind, and it's debuting in 2023 of next year. The first quarter of 2023. I think this is like amazing shit because basically what it's doing is it's taking the festival experience, creating it completely virtually, and doing it on a level where I think ultimately is going to completely phase out actual music festivals.
Totally
Which
disagree.
what a bummer. And it's
Maybe.
crazy because it's not just music. It was saying comedy,
Yep.
sports,
Yep.
and it's like people are never gonna leave their houses again.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
We've talked about this like a year ago, and I just
2 years
I don't,
ago
I,
with Ben. Yeah.
Or maybe it's been
years
that
ago.
long.
I honestly don't. I hope that it doesn't get too big and monopolizes that.
Well, there's
experience.
Don't worry. It's not going to change anything. Because people like to be in crowds and hang out with people and party.
Right,
So
but the
that's,
thing is
that's
that
never going to go away.
You can hang out with people and party in this scenario.
Not
though.
really though.
It doesn't matter though. It creates the experience of, and
You
that's
can't.
all that
You
matters.
can't be like, here, hit this, and pass them a joint, and this.
If
world.
they have a joint, you can.
And then what?
It's like if you have a joint and the person has a joint that you're passing the joint to, they can do that actually. And also, what you can do.
It's so okay.
It's,
So, how do you feel about
virtual.
actual festivals? Because you've been to Halloween.
yeah.
How do
No.
you feel about the hanging out? Obviously, you don't like camping with lunatics.
No, they're not lunatics. It's a lot of fun. No, I enjoy the experience. And I
Because
do.
it would be perfect for people that have like anxiety about crowds.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
think it's
get that.
for them. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, but it's not just
There's
about
a
that
benefit.
though.
No, I'm saying like they would love it for sure.
Sure, but here's the thing though. This is not just about the consumer experience. This is about the artist benefit, okay? There's no touring expenses.
Yeah.
You can monetize
The
distribution.
overhead is cut.
It's cut
So-
drastic. I mean, just infinitely, right?
Yeah.
You can monetize the performance itself. So you can create your simulated performance can exist in multiple places at once. And now your performance can be sent out for distribution, not your album, not your live stream, your actual experience of your show can be sent out as an actual distributed product,
Yeah.
okay, across multiple platforms, and maybe even the idea of an NFT comes up when we're talking about this experience. We're talking about virtual merchandise. We're talking about virtual games. We're
I don't
talking
understand the virtual merchandise. What do you think that would be?
NFTs, probably.
Yeah, that's
Right.
just yeah.
So we're talking about the virtual experience across the board that replaces the actual experience.
I don't think it's gonna replace.
It maybe not.
I think it's a really, really cool like new venture, but
I
it's
think
definitely not going to replace
It's
it.
beneficial for the people that don't want the crowd experience.
Or just can't make it to
Can't make it.
to Brazil. Like of course they're going to watch that.
Well, no. I mean, these are artists from everywhere in the world.
I'm saying
Yeah.
like anybody across the planet. It's
and the
beneficial
virtual
to.
reality.
It's cool.
Right? Virtual reality.
Yeah, it's virtual. Yeah, it's in the metaverse. Yeah, it exists in the metaverse.
But
yeah.
what do you think they're going to be? What do you think they're going to be showing? Do you think they're going to be showing them playing on a stage to nobody, or that it's going to be in front of like thousands of people
I
as a
think
crowd?
the options are endless. I think there's gonna be CGI involved.
Yeah.
That might be the case.
Like
yeah.
it's
Like Black Mirror when they all have like a little
And it-
profile and they're sitting in the crowd and everything like that.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Like the options are the possibilities. Right, the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah, they are.
There, and we also have to think about the age group of basically the consumer base of Roblox right now is between the ages of 9 and 13,
Oh yeah,
right?
sweet spot.
Their most rapidly growing age range
Yeah.
is 17 to
I'm
25.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. In the next decade, these are the people that are ruling the markets.
That
Okay.
is true.
it's not about what we think is existing right now. It's going to get phased out. It's about what these kids grow up with as their reality
Yeah.
and what they choose to not participate in 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Right. It's also the opportunity this opens up for independent artists and content creators across the board, because like if we get access to something that reduces our overhead drastically, this gives us a competitive edge over people that are operating at a much higher level fiscally than we are.
Yeah, you could
Right.
you could argue that, but then it could also develop into just another giant monopoly, kind of like how these streaming platforms have, and then people aren't going to shows anymore, which is the last thing that musicians have to make money.
No, people are still gonna go to shows.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't
and
think
people are
go-
going to be interested in this as well.
So do you guys know what's happening with iHeartRadio right now?
No,
No, what's happening with iHeartRadio,
So,
Tony?
so
I
they
don't listen to radio.
well, yeah, they're a streaming
Does
platform.
that have something to do with it? Okay.
Yeah, they're a streaming platform like Spotify or Pandora or anything else. iHeartRadio has a universe basically in the metaverse called iHeartRadio Land or something of the sort, and it's basically this kind of Disneyland experience, except that it's venues, and you go there, and people like Charlie Puth have already signed deals with them, and people at the pop level that are signed deals of putting on these virtual performances at these venues that they have in iHeartRadio world, right? I don't know that we can say certainly that people are going to just keep going to live shows. I don't know that we can say that. If
I
the
will.
experience,
I will certainly say that.
okay, if the that's
Like as far as our world view is concerned, like that's why we keep saying like
I'll
no,
be
like
there.
live shows are not gonna go away.
Yeah.
'Cause
okay. That's
we like that shit.
And that's the only
I
argument
like it
that
too.
I'm making.
I like it too. Look,
You're not even like they're not even making that argument. They're just like, "Hey, we're doing this new festival thing. You should come." But you're just going so extreme with it, like it's going to replace everything.
well, I'm not saying
I
it's
don't
going
agree
to.
with that.
I'm not saying
You
it's
just literally said it's going to phase it out.
it could phase it out
No,
for
no,
sure.
it could. Okay, all right.
But all I'm saying is that like we can't like discount that reality, because a lot of times people just say that something's like not going to happen and it happens, and that's just the case. All I'm saying is that as artists we should look at this as a real viable option to rather embrace it than say, well, no, that's not going to be the thing.
Yeah.
It might be an alternative source. Maybe it doesn't cancel out shows altogether.
So for me, this sounds like a super pumped up steroid versions of streaming your concerts
Yeah.
live. And I did a couple when streaming your concerts was real big a couple of years ago.
Sure.
I had a couple people, actually Chris at Books Tranquility reached out to me just to do a solo set. And doing it on my page, I'm reaching my fans that are engaged in my page. Doing it with Tranquility, we did it, so actually they did it live on Instagram. They had this app that was able to do it on Instagram, Facebook.
Oh, like a restream.
I think it was called Switcher or something.
Switcher.io.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So basically, you're gonna be able to take advantage. To segue off of that, like I was able to take advantage of their platform to reach their fans.
Right.
So you're gonna be able to take advantage as an artist with this new development of their platform,
Totally. And that's all I'm saying.
and then you could still play live shows too.
Yeah, you can do both, because there will be a population of people that are in 10 years from now that are like us, between the ages of like, the 35 to 45, 45 to 50, and 55 to 65 and up from there. They're still going to want the live experience. But like,
I almost think that it's going to be the other way, because I feel like there's a lot of people, like it's not a lot of people, everybody likes music.
Yeah.
And everybody would like to see a show, but a lot of them just like are like, I'm not going out with them. Like
Quick anecdote about that: when Honeyboat was playing a show in St. Augustine at the Sarvez on our first and only out of the country, I wish, out of the state tour. We were playing at the Sarvez, and we had the idea to make posters and walk around before the show, little leaflets rather, and hand them out. And my bassist used the line on one guy. He's like, "Hey man, you like live music?" And he was like, "No," and just kept walking. My bassist was like we were all like, "That's horrifying."
yeah. Yeah. I mean, mean, some people are just
Back to
fucking
you,
assholes.
Billy.
I'm just trying to say, but I think as of right now, I mean, there's 1 million people in this city right now, but there's not 1 million people at every show. So what makes you think like the majority of people probably would like prefer this over actually having to go to the show? Like you can just look at like
Of the next generation, yeah.
I'm not even saying the next generation. I'm talking about right now. You can look at ticket sales and stuff like that for like football games and stuff. It is way better sitting at home with your friends watching a football game than spending hundreds of dollars at the stadium
But
and like
then
and you only
those-
have one view and there's no.
But then those stadiums are still packed, so people still go to see the live show
Sure.
of the football and also stay at home to watch it.
But millions more people still watch.
I guess you're
watch
onto
it at
something,
home.
Anton.
I'm agreeing with you. Now I'm
So,
thinking that the majority of
when
people
the
would
streaming
like this.
when the streaming picked up, but then live shows started happening again, you still had the option, like they were still streaming live shows for people that didn't want to go out and be in the crowds.
Right.
And there's many reasons why people don't want to be out in crowds besides germs.
Right.
So that could be something too. Like you're just streaming your live show, so the live show is still actually happening. But then some people are gonna be like real CGI about it. Like Charlie Puth could be like in a spacesuit doing crazy shit.
I'm not saying that any
For his
one
show.
person is gonna be like super CGI about it. What I'm saying is that the platform is going to make every experience on that platform the same experience, and it's going to be comparable to the real life experience. I'm saying that like it. I'm not saying that
like
I'm-
eventually.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not
Not
saying
now.
I'm not saying Q1 of 2023 is going to give you that experience.
No.
No.
And I don't think they would say that either.
And they're probably not in
But
the
I'm
next
saying-
like 20 years, but maybe they
No,
maybe
not
some-
20 years. I'm saying 5 to 10 years.
that you'll be able to. I can hand you a joint in virtually, and
you
then
can
you
you
can
can give me the experience
and
of
then
having
it
a joint.
appears and I can smoke it.
No. If I'm smoking a joint
Yeah.
and the person who's in this world over here is smoking a joint as well,
Yeah.
and they want to be like, oh, hey, here you go, and pass me a joint, I could accept a joint while I'm still smoking my joint and have that experience. You know what I mean?
It's not. You get what I'm
Or
trying
it could
to
be
say.
some
I get what
kind
you're
of
trying to
like
say.
if like 3D printers get
That's what I mean.
crazy enough
Teleporters and stuff.
to where it could make like organic material. Like pass the joint, 3D printer prints up an actual joint real quick,
I'm
and then
just
the
saying-
joint is
That's
passed.
all. That's all I'm saying is that I literally don't know.
very, very far in the future that
Yeah.
would be.
I don't think it's as far as we think it is. Technology is growing exponentially. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't think that I think to discount it as a major competitor to the live experience is not the way to go. I think that we should
Adopt
acknowledge.
this.
I think we should acknowledge it as something that's going to be a real competitor for the live experience, and that we should start to at least evaluate it as something to embrace rather than say, well, we just want to do the live experience.
Well, maybe when it's 130 degrees outside every day because of global warming in 20 years, people will just do this anyways.
Maybe, but it's
that's all we
again,
have.
It's not just. But again, we're not. You're not thinking about it, or maybe you are, but like you're discounting. I think to an extent of it being more than just a consumer experience, and it's the artist experience as well. It's reducing your overhead. There's no travel. There's no
Sure.
hotel rooms.
I'm right
You
there
can do
with
all
you.
of this
The
from.
one thing I can think about as an artist myself is you don't get the crowd energy.
Do you
Yep.
think that do you think that there won't be a substitute for that?
So one thing that, because from what I could digest from the article as my brain was braining, and then my brain just stopped braining. Golly gee. What were you just saying?
Do you think there'll be crowds?
Oh, so what they could do is that everybody watching will have a microphone. So if they cheer or anything, that will be pumped through into whatever's going on with the artist live streaming. So then they can hear the crowd reaction.
Yeah. How are you supposed to yell Freebird virtually?
It's going to be fully immersive, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that there will be virtually, literally and figuratively, no difference between being in that world.
And that just sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's some weird Black Mirror kind of stuff, and I'm just saying that we have to acknowledge it as a reality of the entertainment industry, and that a way that we should try and figure out as artists how to infiltrate so we can remain competitive, rather than say we don't want to do this. We're going to continue the live route. Still continue the live route. Obviously, I think this is far away from where any independent artist is totally capable to compete in this world. I'm just saying that I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that's kind of an interesting take on technology, how it's adapting to the world post lockdowns, and how we can, figure out ways now to start thinking about how we adapt and compete in that market.
Yeah,
in that world,
and to not, because Florida is the most pain in the butt. Well, where I live in Florida is the most pain in the butt to tour out of.
Yeah.
Because it's just a 6-hour drive to even get to a new state.
I know.
Yeah, totally.
And for me, there's not a lot of hot spots in Florida to play.
For anyone. Yeah.
It's like St. Augustine, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa Bay area. Some places down south. We've barely been down south, so I forgive me for not name dropping a lot.
South Florida's a hard market.
I just don't know a lot about it yet.
Yeah.
We played Boca Raton before.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan that right, so it wasn't very crazy.
It's a hard market. Florida is a hard market in general, but South Florida is very hard. But yeah, this is just something. This is
so to cut down on touring costs, to not have to drive insane amounts and be uprooting your life every day, driving city to city.
And it's just
to just be in a studio every day and stream it.
And it gives you this experience with Venue and the partnership that they have. Like both companies have figured out ways to consolidate your merchandising, your branding, your recording experience, especially within Roblox alone, or Roblox, however you say it. This is I did a deep dive in this today, so I'm very interested in how this is all working. It's crazy. They make it virtually impossible for artists to not adopt this platform.
Do you think that's the world way that the world's
sadistic or
Yeah,
maniacal?
I feel you, but I don't think it's as bad as we think it is.
Do you think that's the way the whole world's headed? Everything's going to be virtual?
At some point, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
Who says it's not already?
No, oh yeah, I get it, blah blah blah. But I just think that's awful. I think that's awful for art. I think that's awful for inspiration and what are you gonna be writing about and what it just does. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate all of this.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this planet.
Let's burn it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it at all. I just know that it's happening, and there's got to be a way that we can figure out how to adapt.
I just don't think it's not gonna get good for a long time. You're betting 5 years. I'm saying at least 25.
Okay.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
All we can do is wait and see
I would love to see what it's like
how it
for
all
sure.
unfolds.
It's probably
New
gonna.
song?
Yeah, it's probably gonna suck for a long time though.
We'll see. Are you guys want to hit some unpopular opinions?
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking do
I already
it.
dropped mine.
Oh, you don't want to give another one to us now?
I'll see if I can. The Pineapple podcast had unpopular opinions, and I was just like,
Did they really?
I don't
They steal
have
it from us?
anything to offer.
Did they steal unpopular opinions from us?
Yeah.
That sounds like a personal conversation.
Yeah.
that
I
think
you guys
that's
need to have
everybody.
With them.
What's your unpopular opinion this week,
Yo, Greg
Bill?
Molly, what's up?
I hate fade outs in songs.
We do a live fade out in one of ours.
Really?
Do you really?
No.
Billy said no one does that, so I'm glad that you
We
said
do
that.
it, and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's our cover.
Right.
So
That's
we don't
awesome.
usually play a lot of covers when we co-bill.
Does that song fade out too? It doesn't have an ending, does it?
I couldn't tell you.
I can't remember if it does either. But how do you fade it out?
I just turn the knob on my guitar.
What about your drummer?
She
Just plays real quiet.
and then
She's very good.
what I
yeah.
started doing.
She's very good.
Um,
She's good at playing quiet.
yeah.
Dang, yeah, totally.
She is great. I'm
Yeah.
just saying the way that he said. She's very
And
good.
the first time we did it, I just as we got quieter, I got smaller and started kneeling down. And then now, wait, should I say it and then ruin it? Because if you come to our live show and we play it,
Oh, if you
then-
go see Honey What Live, you can see what
It's-
she's talking
can
about.
see
Soon
what
you won't even have to
happens.
go. Just put on your head goggles and get into your bodysuit, and then you could be there.
Log into the metaverse, you're good to go. Yeah.
How's that doing, by the way? Anyways,
No, it's fun because then we all since I started doing it, and then Tim and Sam and Andrea, to the best of her ability, being tall when she's sitting, we all crouch down as it gets quieter until it's just we're all on the ground.
I love it.
I have another part of this, which is also if you do choose to fade out, in my world, my virtual world that I live in, you should have to speed up the tempo. I think that would be hilarious. Well, you can fade out a song. It's just lazy writing,
That
I
would be
think.
that would be a
But
plot twist.
your punishment for not having an ending to your song is that you have to speed up while you fade out.
I just don't
Sounds
get
like
it.
chaos.
I don't care if you get it.
Okay, I'm just saying I don't get it. Like,
I just thought it'd be funny.
okay, it's a weird.
So to reiterate, Taylor Swift's new album doesn't slap.
Ooh.
does she have a lot of fade outs?
I don't know because I just didn't care to hold it in my brain. I think I've listened through it twice.
Did you listen to 3 a.m. as well, or just midnights?
I did listen to 3 a.m.
She came out. She did 2 albums. She came out at midnight because it's called Midnights, and then 3
And then
hours
at 3 a.m.
later.
she's like, I wrote more songs that have too many words in them, and here's the rest of them.
Oh my god.
I love you, Taylor, but how many years has she been doing this for? I actually in Nashville I recorded with her producer.
Oh really?
That's awesome.
What was his name?
He's my engineer, Chad Carlson. He had his little Grammys sitting up.
Little green.
Little Grammys, yeah.
Little Grammys.
No big deal.
Two
My
little
street name.
Grammys up on the ledge. And I was like, yeah, cool.
I didn't really like it either. In comparison to all of other stuff, it was just very, very
Yeah.
like mellow and just not just mellow, but just like very soft and weird, and just kind of seemed like it was all. There's not a lot of her playing guitar.
And some of her lyrics, I'm like, yeah, you're running out of ways to put words together.
Yeah, I felt so too.
Okay. I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know anything about
You
the
don't.
album.
You probably
You're not
shouldn't.
you're not
Yeah.
missing much.
All right.
Number 1 on the Billboard though today.
Yeah.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, it's because she has a cult following.
Yeah, it's so weird and annoying.
I was excited when I saw it was coming out. I'm like, oh shit, and then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She has like one song that I like by her, which is that one. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. That's a good song. That's a good.
But
catchy
there's
line.
nothing upbeat or anything close to that on this album.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
I guess I'll skip this one then.
Yeah.
All right. So my unpopular opinion this week is that I hate the term or the phrase. Can we normalize whatever? Put at the end of it.
Normalize?
Yeah. When people say, "Can we normalize putting peanut butter on fucking."
Can we normalize
Bananas.
pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, shit like that. It's like
I don't like it. So anybody that just felt the urge to come for me, I don't like pineapple on my pizza.
Yeah, because pineapple on pizza is gross, number one. And also the term, can we normalize whatever you're talking about, is I hate it. What does that mean? Can we normalize? Like, do you want people to adopt your opinion or whatever it is? Or it's like, just
Yeah,
just
that's
normalize
fine.
it.
yeah, yeah.
For sure. No, I guess I just looked sassy when I said that to you, but I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. It's just a weird.
was,
No, I like it's good.
Emphasizing your point.
Yeah, no, I liked it. It's good.
Oh, not having control over my facial expression.
No, it's okay. I feel you. But yeah, that's how I feel. Like I don't like that term. Can we normalize whatever? It's so dismissive and just like condescending.
In what way? How?
Just in the-
like what was it that made you mad? You're like, oh, I don't like this.
Just when people keep saying it all the time.
But
It's
about what?
just about just anything in general that's like that's something like kind of unpopular or that's kind of like can we normalize again
It's
pineapple on
usually
pizza,
about something that is having some kind of friction about it.
yeah, exactly.
I just don't.
And it's like, let everybody form their own opinion.
Yeah, like we don't have to normalize anything. Let's just
Just because you feel that way about it doesn't mean I need to feel that way about it.
yeah, and part of it's tongue in cheeky, I think. And it's fine. I just don't like the term. Like the term, can we normalize? It's also like there's an entire culture of people that are like, well, the term normal is kind of, not.
I'm kind of. I don't like when people say new normal. That makes me mad.
It's the same concept.
I don't think so. But I don't really. Well, I like the concept of you not liking a term. Yeah, it's the same. But normalize. I just don't like. I understand that you don't like it. To me, I don't really care either.
Okay.
Way. That's right. Unpopular, I guess.
Yeah,
That is
In this room.
That is how that goes.
Mhm.
With having opinions.
for sure.
Yeah.
Which is what we were just talking.
Just like my opinion, man.
And so your unpopular opinions, you don't like the new Taylor Swift
That's
album.
it.
That's it. All right.
I don't like pineapple on pizza.
That's also that's a good one too. Is like you can't say pineapple peanuts.
I feel like most people
Maybe that
don't.
could count. That's
Unpo-
another one.
That's a pretty popular opinion.
Unpopular is that you do like pineapple on pizza. Like,
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
me, I do.
That's gross.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. It's not popular.
All right. Well,
With barbecue sauce.
so many levels of that.
It's so
don't worry.
good.
All right. Well, Danielle, thank you so much for being with us today on Bottom of the Bill. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Congratulations on the Halloween appearance.
Yeah.
And having a great show. Congratulations on Sugar Shack and all that stuff. I mean, it's great things going on for you. I'm stoked to see what happens with you guys.
Yeah, this year's been really good to us.
Hell yeah.
So
Let's keep that
After-
momentum going.
we're 4 years thick in it. Wait, 2017.
5 years
5
now.
years, oh my god.
It's all flies.
Oh.
Guys, make sure you check out Honey What, Danielle Mohr. You guys like a solo EP coming out, or what are you doing? Just a couple of singles? Or
Yeah, I don't know because that's the thing nowadays that I hate too. Wait, this might be an unpopular opinion. I don't like it when an artist just releases singles.
I agree with that.
I
too.
want the album experience. I want to go on the journey with you.
Yeah, I agree. 100% on board with
That's
that.
pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
I'm capable. My capabilities are returning to me.
All
I'm
right.
still not gonna get all that sleep tonight, but whatever. So yeah, I might do a couple singles for the
Word.
Danielle Mohr thing to start, just to see how it goes. But always working towards some kind of EP or album for any creative endeavor,
Awesome.
which just now is me and Honeywell.
Where can people find your stuff?
For music, Spotify, iTunes, all the major streaming platforms. I am on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Honey What is on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I have a TikTok account with nothing on it yet. I am intimidated and trying to wrap my head around it. I just keep staring at the camera now.
That's what it's all about.
Is it, wait, the fourth wall or the third wall?
I don't actually.
You break the fourth wall.
Help me. Thank you, Bailey.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Bill, we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, yeah. Adios, muchachos. I forgot. That's the first time I forgot.